a space for fun. There's room for everyone. Don't be an alien. Two-planet pizza. Space for Planet Pizza.
Premier Movement of Minot is now open. It's time to focus on your better health. Premier Movement is taking all the necessary precautions and guidelines for social distancing and safety. On top of that, by design, our workout classes have always featured small groups for better focus, accountability, and better results. And speaking of accountability, we're locally owned and take pride in the services we provide in helping clients achieve their fitness goals. Try a free 2-week trial and see for yourself. Find us at premiermovementnd.com.
With 28 on the shot clock, 53 on the game clock, sends it inside. Here's Allie Nelson to the right side. Cheddar's open, 4-3. On low, she scores!
PSP Network has one mission: promoting our local athletes while delivering pro-quality broadcast coverage. Stay up to date with the PSP Network on Twitter, @NetworkPSP, and on Facebook, @The PSP Network. Like and follow our social media for your chance to win. PSP Network. It's game day.
Don Bissett Motors wants your vehicle, and we're putting our money where our mouth is. We're offering overbook value on good, clean trade-ins. You heard me right, overbook on clean trades. If you're looking to lower your payment, now is the very best time to bring in your trade. If you want to sell yours outright, sell it to us. Go to Don Bissett Motors on North Hill and get your best deal, or check us out at click to buy at donbissettmotors.com. We deliver.
Hi, my name is Marshall Knopf. I'm the manager of the UPS store here in Minot. I've had many customers express being frustrated with the P.O. box they once had. They didn't realize they couldn't have packages delivered to their P.O. box. It's why they now have a personal mailbox here at the UPS store. We'll accept the packages for you, and you can pick them up when it's best for you. For a more efficient business, visit us at the UPS store. We're at 1940 South Broadway or online at theupsstore.com.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestead from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
PSP Network proudly presents North Dakota High School Football. This presentation on the PSP Network is presented by Planet Pizza, Don Bissett Motors, Clean Tech, 28 Tastes and Taps, First Western Bank and Trust, Premier Chiropractic, Premier Movement, Shields, Minot's Finest Collision Center, 701 Realty, North Country Sportswear, Arbo Photography, First International Bank and Trust, and Tires Plus.
Premier Movement of Minot is now open. It's time to focus on your better health. Premier Movement is taking all the necessary precautions and guidelines for social distancing and safety. On top of that, by design, our workout classes have always featured small groups for better focus, accountability, and better results. And speaking of accountability, we're locally owned and take pride in the services we provide in helping clients achieve their fitness goals. Try a free 2-week trial and see for yourself. Find us at premiermovementnd.com.
With 28 on the shot clock, 53 on the game clock, sends it inside. Here's Allie Nelson to the right side. Cheddar's open, 4-3. On low, she scores!
PSP Network has one mission: promoting our local athletes while delivering pro-quality broadcast coverage. Stay up to date with the PSP Network on Twitter, @NetworkPSP, and on Facebook, @The PSP Network. Like and follow our social media for your chance to win. PSP Network. It's game day.
PSP Network proudly presents North Dakota High School Football. This presentation on the PSP Network is presented by Planet Pizza, Don Bissett Motors, Clean Tech, 28 Tastes and Taps, First Western Bank and Trust, Premier Chiropractic, Premier Movement, Shields, Minot's Finest Collision Center, 701 Realty, North Country Sportswear, Arbo Photography, First International Bank and Trust, and Tires Plus. Now, let's go to the gridiron for the Planet Pizza pregame show.
The last time the Minot High Magicians had a win over the Mandan Braves, you have to go back to October 6, 2017. Here we are in 2020, and we open the season tonight for North Dakota high school football in Mandan, as Minot High is in Mandan to take on the Braves here at the Starion Sports Complex in Mandan, North Dakota. Alongside of the former Gatorade Player of the Year for North Dakota high school football back in 2000. He did it as well on the baseball field. I'm Nick Holberg alongside of Mr. Phil Shirk that joins me here tonight. First of all, Phil, thanks for joining me here in the broadcast booth tonight. Feels great to be back for some high school football. A new look for the Magi under a new direction under Chauncey Hendershot. The biggest thing is we're here to play and start the season off tonight. Kids have to feel pretty excited to be back on the field.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that the kids should really appreciate tonight, like just being able to play, be out here. It's a nice night. What a really nice facility. I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
I'm looking forward to it. This is a Minot High team that is a very young football team when it comes to experience-wise. Yes, they do have some seniors that will start in starting positions here tonight. One of those guys in a question mark is the quarterback position for the Magi, a role that you played so well for Minot High back in the day. How important is that for the first few snaps here tonight for the young quarterback for Minot High and able to come out here tonight to try to get the offense rolling early on?
Yeah, it's going to be big. You know, hopefully you connect on those first couple snaps, get the jitters out and kind of find your rhythm and, you know, hopefully go from there and start rolling.
Emke will get the call tonight here for the Magi. He's got some guys in the backfield that can carry the football, and they do a nice job back there. One of those players is Burke, and Burke is a player that last year was second in rushing for the Magi, only behind Philly, and of course Jackson Gunville, the quarterback, was pretty good back there as well running the football. How much do they lean on the young man and Burke here tonight to kind of carry that offense in a sense?
You know, it's going to be a great question. It's with a whole new head coach and, you know, new quarterback. It's going to be interesting to see what they kind of pull out of their hats tonight. But I know Chase a little bit through baseball, and he's a tough kid. He's going to be ready to go.
You talk about the coaching change. Of course, Barry Holman for many years at Minot High, a very well-respected coach and a person at that. Under the new leadership of Chauncey Hendershot now, how much different do you think the look of the offense, the defense, the whole program, has a lot changed in your mind moving forward for the Magi?
Like with every coach, there's going to be a few changes, and watching them warm up, you know, they lined up in everything from shotgun to the good old power I formation. So we could see a whole lot of everything with Chauncey. He could mix it up a little bit.
Should be a great ball game here tonight. Minot High coming off of a 5-5 season last year. They took fourth inside of the WDA. It's a Mandan team that returns a handful of players as well. They got all the way to the state semifinals where they lost to Century by a touchdown. When we come back to the Planet Pizza pregame show, we're going to dive further into this matchup here tonight. Planet Pizza's been proudly serving the Magic City for over 20 years. If you're hungry and it's dinner time for you right about now, which it probably is, give Planet Pizza a call at 701-852-1700. Planet Pizza will deliver the entire ball game here tonight. They truly are out of this world. Planet Pizza brings you more of the pregame show when we return to Mandan in just a few moments. Minot High and Mandan tonight to open the North Dakota high school football season. This is high school football here on the PSP Network.
Planet Pizza. Systems go for lunch when supper time's a crunch. T-minus now, it's time for Planet Pizza. With lots of space for fun, there's room for everyone. Don't be an alien to Planet Pizza. Space for fun. Planet Pizza. Planet Pizza.
Back to Inside Magi Football Weekly with head coach Chauncey Hendershot. We're now joined by senior running back Chase Burke. Chase, thanks for some time here getting prepared for Mandan coming up tomorrow. First of all, your thoughts on how things have been different here this year, getting geared up for the season?
Practice has been different. We've all been working hard. Practice the same. The only thing different we've done is wear masks in the weight room.
touching on last year just a little bit, you guys went 5-5. You lose in the opening round of the state playoffs. Coming back this year, what is your view on the look of this football team? How much will change from last year?
Well, I guess the future will tell, but I hope we can do a lot better than that. If we all work hard, I think we could achieve more.
You guys lost to Mandan in week number 3 last year by 4 points. Touch on this matchup with Mandan. This is a rivalry game that I'm sure you get up for.
Oh yeah, especially that last year loss was kind of sucks, but this year would be a huge win, especially for the WDA standings.
Offensively, you're a guy that is going to be counted on quite a bit to run the football this year. What's your preparation for the season like, coming off of a good baseball run for the Vistas this summer and on to high school football?
Just hopefully we can all mentally be there. If we run hard, everyone's down, like all 11 players are going hard the whole game, we should be able to do pretty good.
Best of luck tomorrow night against Mandan, and thanks for your time here.
Yeah, thank you.
That's Chase Burke, running back for Minot High. When we come back, we'll talk to Chauncey Hendershot, the head coach of the Magi. This is Inside Magi Football Weekly with head coach Chauncey Hendershot, powered by Shields. Inside Magi Football with head coach Chauncey Hendershot, powered by Shields. Now joined by the man himself, the head coach of the Magi, Mr. Chauncey Hendershot. Coach, first of all, thanks for some time today. Week number 1, just about ready to kick off tomorrow night in Mandan. First of all, your thoughts on how things have been going here, getting ready for week number 1.
We had a good fall camp. Going back to the last time we spoke, when the whole shutdown and everything was taking place, week 1 felt like a long time away. So through the summer, what we were able to do, getting fall camp going, had a good 17 days to get ready here for week 1.
How much different has it been with COVID-19 in preparation for what you guys are doing? And if so, is there anything that is a major difference now with the restrictions?
Well, I think the prospect and that risk is always there, and everything that happens outside of outside of these lines and outside of the whistle, it does impact. But we're grateful for the opportunity, and we do our best to mitigate the risk. And we're just again thankful to be able to do this.
Last year, you guys go 5-5. You lose in the quarterfinals to West Fargo Cheyenne. You bring back a handful of players that are skilled position guys, but you lose quite a few as well. Your thoughts on what you bring in and how much different this team is going to be player personnel-wise?
Well, so what is exciting about week 1 is there's an opportunity for a lot of guys to fill in some roles that we graduated last year. We do return a number of skill positions with varsity experience, but we have some specifically up front, some guys who are stepping in, and we're going to ask a lot of them in week 1.
Big question mark in the quarterback position. Do you have a for sure number 1 at this point?
We have 2 guys right now that do a pretty nice job operating our offense, in Trevor Emke, a junior, and senior Caleb Ring. We are going to, throughout the game, you'll see a little bit of both of those. They have things that they can, each bring to our scheme and game plan.
You guys have some players in the backfield in Ruziska and Burke that are known to run the football well and score some touchdowns. Big question mark, that offensive line. How much of a factor will they be, and are we going to see some position changes there as well?
Well, I think you talk week 1, we're playing a very physical Mandan football team that certainly have to consider one of their strengths in Mandan is their up front, O-lineman, D-lineman, some experience towards the end of the year there. Returning Jackson Dutenheffer, who's a phenomenal player. So we're going to ask a lot from our O-line, and that'll be a huge key to tomorrow night's game.
Expectations for this 2020 season. Do you guys have a goal in mind heading into week number 1 for the full long season?
No, our goal is it's the rep at hand and practice at hand, and getting better in that rep. Certainly, especially in these times. But that's the mindset. We just have to go out and live in that rep and get better in that rep.
I know you had plenty of good words to say and a lot of respect for Barry Holman, who you replace here. You just get done with your coaches meeting on the last day of practice before the opener. What are you feeling right now as you get geared up for week number 1?
I think they're appreciative of our coaching staff and everyone, really, any stakeholder in this program that put the work in to get us to this point. I'm sure I'll talk to Coach Holman tomorrow and be thinking of him and what he did for me. But right now it's about this team and about the guys on the field and the coaches that we have and going out and just getting after it tomorrow night.
On to business tomorrow night with this Mandan football team. Hard-nosed football team, they always are. They got you by 4 points last year, and 2 years in a row, Mandan's had the number of Minot High. Is there a key to tomorrow night's ball game if you guys want to go 1-0 to start the year?
I think for us right now, week one, you start talking about what type of team are we. There's a lot more questions right now than answers, and we're just looking to go out and play a very physical style game, match the physicality that Mandan brings. Credit to Coach Sheldon and his staff, that Mandan football team. They believe they've had some success the last couple of years, and we know we're in for a great challenge tomorrow night.
Best of luck tomorrow night. Thanks for your time here tonight.
Thank you very much.
Official introductions take place here in Mandan. Starion Sports Complex here in Mandan, North Dakota. Nick Holberg alongside of Phil Shurik as we get geared up and ready for the opener for North Dakota High School football tonight and the AAA matchup with the Minot High Magicians and the home team, the Mandan Braves. It's the Planet Pizza pregame show. Planet Pizza proudly serving the Magic City for over 20 years. Call now for delivery, 701-852-1700. They truly are out of this world. Official introductions taking place on the field. Mandan elects to introduce all their seniors here tonight instead of their starting lineups. Minot High has had their team already introduced. We get set and ready for the matchup here tonight. As we just about get ready to kick it off, Phil, we talk about the importance of Minot High's offensive line here tonight, but defensively as well, with a handful of guys that haven't had a whole lot of varsity experience. How much do you think they look to a kid like Ashton Hillman tonight to make sure that things in the backfield are set up the way he would like them to be, captaining the defense here for the Magi?
Well, the guys with experience are definitely going to be able to help out, show the guys that are stepping up, how to do it. And Ashton's going to be a guy they lean on right away, and hopefully he can get them where they need to be and right to the ball.
Just about set for the opening kickoff here tonight. Beautiful facility, the turf with the sun going down right on our backs here tonight. Sports complex here in Mandan. This is the home of the Mandan Braves all the way around for hockey and for football. Just a beautiful facility. We see that now with the turf across most parts of the state. Is there a big difference there, Phil, from the grass to the turf on a night like tonight with good weather conditions? Much of an issue?
No, this type of field turf is great. You really can't tell a huge difference. The only thing being, if you get one of them little rubber pellets in your eyes, it doesn't feel the best, but it's a lot better than that old carpet that we used to play on and hate showering in afterwards.
Minot High won the toss. They're going to start things off here tonight with Mandan coming to the field right now as we get geared up and ready. Minot High will receive the first kick here tonight to get things started off. Hunter Ruziska will be back to field the opening kickoff here tonight with Chase Burke. Mandan's in all blacks tonight. They are trimmed out in white. Minot High's in white uniforms here tonight, maroon helmets, pants, and gloves, the Vegas gold trim. Mandan will travel from the left to the right here on the digital radio screen tonight, right to the left for the Minot High Magicians. Beck Sports is in the house here tonight. That's why we don't have the video feed for you. Hope you sit back and enjoy the ball game here tonight. Wind is going to be a bit of an issue as we see the ball go on the tee for the first time, but right off, Mother Nature takes care of that, so they have to reset.
Sure didn't take long for that. We'll see if he can put it in the end zone with this wind behind him.
Minot High underneath the new look under the head coach, Chauncey Hendershot. How does Hendershot and the Magicians handle game number one tonight? We're about to find out as we're going to put a start to the 2020 season. Let's rumble. Kick is going to be pelted back into the corner of the end zone over the head of Chase Burke. And Minot High will start at the 20-yard line.
Yep, here we go.
28 Taste of Tap is now open in the Magic City. If you're hungry, you'll leave satisfied, guaranteed. A unique menu that guarantees that you'll have your mouth watering. Open 7 days a week and located on South 16th Street in Minot. 28 Taste and Tap, a family restaurant that's locally owned. Minot High is going to be hungry to start things off tonight with a new quarterback that gets his first look under center tonight. Trevor Emke, 6'3", he's 210 pounds. The junior got to watch Jackson Gunville last year dominate for the Magi. First few snaps the most important to the ball game, or how do you look at this, Phil?
Yeah, I don't know if it's the most important, but it sure helps if everything's clean off the bat.
Under center, Emke puts a man in motion. Handoff here to Burke. He's going to cut up the middle. Burke is going to gain a handful of yards. About a 6-7 yard gain on the play. Minot High moves the football up the field.
Yeah, offensive line did a great job opening up that hole for him there.
Chase Burke starting at tailback here tonight. Braden McCarty at halfback. Hunter Ruziska starting in the backfield as well. On the tight end position, you've got Kyler Santrin. Split end is Tegan Kitchen. The flankers, Talon Hebert. The line up front, centering is Jackson Belgrade. The right guard is Cody Armstrong. Bailey McCarty at the right tackle position. Caleb Spitzer is the left guard. And Zach Milas is on the left side. Man in motion again. Emke's going to hand off. It goes to Burke. He's going to be wrapped up in the defense for Mandan. Shows why they were one of the tops in the West last year.
Yeah, they got to that one. They kind of sniffed that one out right away.
Defensive tackle for Mandan starting. It's number 67, Caden Scott. Defensive tackle as well, Caleb McDonald. You got to keep an eye on the name. Jackson Dutenheffer. He wears number 62 as a sophomore, voted to the second team All-State. Captain on both sides of the football here. He starts defensively. 4 linebackers here for Mandan. Aaron Grubb, Anthony Johnson, Drew Condon, and Jacob Masseth. Quarterback is Trey Teets. Free safety is Tyler Thillamy. Jacob Pierce, a quarterback as well. This one swept out to Ruziska at the 25-yard line. He's going to be gobbled up, and that's going to bring up a 4th down for the Magi.
Yeah, they just couldn't quite, looked like they were doing a little wide receiver screen there and just couldn't get the guys out there before Mandan did.
So Minot High is going to have 4 up and 4 down here. They'll elect to punt. They're sitting back the 4th down at 6 on their own 24-yard line. They're going to punt and to receive here for Mandan back
Tyler Filmoni is deep for the Braves.
is Tyler Filmoni. This ball is going to be put in the air with the help of the wind. It rolls right over midfield. It's going to roll towards the out-of-bounds line here on the near side. It's touched by the Magi, and Mandan will have the ball here at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, they got a nice roll there. Maybe a little first game jitters with the guy picking it up before it stopped, but you know, there's some positives out of that series, and if they can continue building, you know, hopefully things will keep going well.
Mandan offense led by the quarterback, Jace Lohman, 6'3", $190. He'll be under center of Titus Bachmeyer, 5'11", 235. Size is definitely an advantage on the Mandan side tonight. There's some big boys that play for the Braves. Let's see how Minot High does here on their first defensive stance of the ballgame. Football's handed off, breaking free, 26, carries the ball. That's Schaefbauer. He's going to just about move the chains on first down.
Yeah, just a simple read there. Nice job by their offensive line.
Chains will move, first down and 10, ball marked now at the 48-yard line.
First and 10.
First and 10 here for the Braves. This is a team that last year, on the defensive side of things, only allowed 21 points a game. On offense for Mandan, they were good for 27 points per night. Unfortunately for Minot High last year, in the 5-for-5 season they had, they gave up close to 40 points a game. Another run up the middle. But a 5-yard carry there again. And Schaefbauer again up the middle. And it's going to bring down a second down.
Gain of 7, second and 3.
Second and 3 for Mandan. Beautiful night for football as the temperature's starting to cool down here in North Dakota. Wind, bit of an issue here tonight as we take a look over at the beautiful Missouri River here from Mandan right along the interstate. If you haven't seen this football field, it's definitely one to take a look at. Beautiful facility. Beautiful night for football. Crowd certainly not at capacity due to the restrictions here tonight. The man in motion. And under center of shotgun, or under shotgun, I should say. Ball's handed off again. Out goes Holstengard, and Olin Holstengard's going to move the chains again for the Braves. 6-7 yard carry there. And Mandan's got the ball in motion.
Yeah, they're just kind of right now. Their line's kind of getting out in front and beating us to the point of attack, it looks like.
First down and 10, ball on the 35-yard line. On the Minot High 35-yard line, that is, with 8:28 to play here in the first quarter of football. 0-0 ball game from here in Mandan tonight. Nick Kohlberg and Phil Shirk for the call of the PSP Network. Sure appreciate you for joining us here tonight. Starting of the high school football season. Handoff carried ahead forward again. That time
Tackle made by number 4.
Schaefbauer carried it up. Jacob Tice made the stop.
That time our guys kind of went upfield. Everybody went upfield a little bit too much. They just ran underneath it and were able to get a nice gain there again.
Second down and 3. Ball's at the Minot High 28-yard line, down to 7:46 left here in quarter number 1. Mandan is pressuring here as they look to enter the red zone on their first possession of the ball game, doing a nice job driving the football downfield. Shotgun formation again. Football will be handed off once again to the backfield with it. Schaefbauer, he's going to pick up more yardage there. The chains are going to move again as the second down and 3 situation. And picking up 4 on the play. Schaefbauer is going to move the chains, and it will be first down for Mandan.
22-yard line.
Yeah, they're kind of following that big Jackson Dutton heifer right there, and he's just using his muscle.
The importance of having somebody like that could get out in front and block. Obviously seeing that here for Mandan, powering their way down the field. Down to 7:08 left here in the first quarter. First down and 10, ball the Minot High 22-yard line. Another man in motion here for Mandan. Ball's going to be handed off again, and running it up to the right side is Schaefbauer. And Schaefbauer picks up 2 on the play. By the way, PSP Network relies on Tires Plus to get us to the games. We all have busy schedules, so a 15-minute drive, just about the same amount of time with the oil change that you sit with at Tires Plus. It's a game changer, only 15 minutes there. When you're on the go, have your vehicle serviced at Tires Plus. You'll leave with a smile. The service is second to none. Visit Tires Plus online today at TiresPlusND.com. Pistol formation again here for Mandan. Ball's handed off again, and Schaefbauer, the workhorse, carries it ahead forward. He's gonna break through a tackle, then another. The ball inside the 10-yard line, and Mandan really putting the foot on the gas pedal early as the chains are going to be thrown down inside the red zone. It's going to be a first-to-goal situation here for the Braves.
Yeah, hopefully Minot can go to a kind of a bend-don't-break defense. Be really nice to stop them here and hold them only 3 points at this point.
Schaefbauer with plenty of carries on this initial drive here for Mandan tonight, and he's got the Braves at striking distance again. Pistol formation again. Lohman's going to hand it off. It's off to Schaefbauer. Arms go up into the end zone. 6-0 Braves on top. They score first as they just power their way right through the Minot High defense.
Yeah, not exactly how you wanted to start off the game in the season, but you do have to give them a little bit of credit there, especially that Mandan offensive line. They're getting after it.
Schaefbauer puts the first 6 points on the board. In the 2020 high school football season, Mandan's going to elect to kick the extra point here with the wind slightly at their backs. Ball's up and through the uprights. 7-0 ball game. Mandan on top. Midway through the first quarter, Mandan in the driver's seat tonight. Will take a step aside and come back with the kick. Minot High trailing Mandan 7-0. This is North Dakota High School football on the PSP Network. First possession of the ball game for the Mandan Braves results in a 7-0 lead for the home team here tonight with 5:49 left in the first quarter. Nick Koberg alongside of Phil Shurik as Minot High will have Ruziska and Burke back to receive again as they trail 7-0 here. The importance of this next drive for Minot High, of the utmost importance here, is the Magi getting pushed around just a bit on the defensive side of the ball to start the ball game here tonight.
Yeah, we kind of weren't hoping for that start, but right now is their chance to come back, hopefully get a few more yards and put a positive spin on it.
Kicked off the tee. The ball's going to go over to the left side of the field. With it, here's Ruziska. He's over the 20-yard line, up to the 30, breaks a tackle, and Ruziska carries the ball up to roughly the 37-yard line, and a nice run back there from Hunter Ruziska for the Magi.
Yep, very nice return. That's a real good way to get the momentum going. We got a little flag there at the end, some extra activity.
Officials mic'd up on the field. Let's see if we can pick that audio up for you folks here. We'll listen in a moment. The gentleman with the white hat making the call. Hasn't made the call to the fans yet. Here it comes now, Phil, I believe. Doesn't have the mic on, still working on it. It's going to be on Mandan. Minot High is going to have great field position here. Looks like a personal foul on the defense on the kicking team. So Minot High is going to have the ball the right side of the 50-yard line if you're a Magi fan.
Mandan, 47-yard line for the 1st and 10.
First down and 10 here for the Magi. Ball on the Mandan 47-yard line. Minot High's offense comes back out under the direction of Emke, the quarterback, in the shotgun formation. Man in motion here for the Magi. Ball's going to be handed off. There goes Burke up the sidelines trying to make the move. Excuse me, that wasn't Burke. That was 10 instead.
Caleb Brang.
And Caleb Brang's going to make a play all the way up to the 33-yard line. And Minot High moves the chains as they near the red zone here. Nice play there from Caleb Brang.
Yeah, kind of getting back to that jet sweep that Coach Holman went to for a lot of years there, and throwing Caleb in there from a different position.
First down and 10, ball on the Mandan 33-yard line. Minot High trailing 7-0. Early on in the ball game tonight, we're live in Mandan, North Dakota for game number 1 of the 2020 high school football season. Under center, Emke pitches this one back. There goes Chase Burke, breaks a tackle at the 25-yard line all the way up to the 20. And Burke runs it downhill, and he continues on the play. Nice run there from Burke.
Very nice. Good, tough running by Burke. I saw a lineman out there. I didn't get his number, but their linemen out there, the big boys, were leading the way and keep moving the chains.
So Chase Burke will move the chains for the Magi. And Minot High will have the ball now at the 21-yard line of Mandan as they sit down 7-0 here with 5:14 left in first quarter of football. Emke's under center again. Burke in the backfield. Man in motion here for the Magi. Handoff goes to Burke again. A little stutter step. Jukes back right over towards the 20-yard line. And he's going to be wrapped up there by the Mandan defense. And no gain on the play. It's going to be a 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
One thing we'll see here with Minot High this year, and talking with Chauncey Hendershot, you may have seen that in the pregame show powered by Planet Pizza tonight, that Minot High they've got quite a few question marks on who's going to go and who's going to be the lead horses on some of this stuff. We know for a fact that there's some guys that are going to carry the football like Chase Burke, but there's a few question marks certainly for the Magicians this year. Minot on the left side, one on the right side as well. A man in motion with 2 in the backfield. And a timeout called here by Chauncey Hendershot at Minot High as they look to readjust the play with 4:23 left in our first quarter of football. Minot High trailing 7-0.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do, as we saw that last wrinkle there. Like Caleb Brang was one of the guys they were considering at quarterback, I know, and we saw him out there as the wideout running that jet sweep. So we could see a lot of different wrinkles from a lot of different guys as they find their roles.
By the way, you can get COVID-19 deep cleaning services for your home or business with CleanTech LLC. This proactive deep cleaning service includes disinfecting and sanitizing. Don't forget about CleanTech's 24/7 disaster response and restoration services as well. It's a number and a name you're going to want to remember, CleanTech. You can visit them online at cleantechllc.us. CleanTech coming to the rescue since 1992. A big thank you to our good friends at CleanTech, helping get Minot High football on the air here for 2020 as the Magicians are looking to put one in the end zone here as the ball sits on the 20-yard line. 2nd down and 9. Emke under center, 2 in the backfield. Man in motion again for the Magi. Now the handoff will come to Burke. Burke's going to make a move. He's up over towards the 15-yard line. Crosses there, and a 5-yard gain for Chase Burke.
Nice little duck under move there to get get by the first point of contact and gain some yards for him.
Well, we knew Chase Burke was going to be one of the workhorses here for the Magi. Not the biggest player by any means, standing only at 5'7", weighing in at 175 pounds. Boy, does he have speed, though. We watched him all summer long in Vistas baseball. Just about 20 stolen bases on the year. He's a kid that definitely has wheels, and he's got agility in the backfield here for Minot High here in 2020. Braden McCarty in the backfield with Burke this time as Emke's under center. The man in motion over towards the right side with wideouts on each side. Hand up, back to Burke. Cuts to the outside. Burke's going to cross over the 10. He's down to the 5, and Burke will be hauled up there at the 4-yard line as the stop was made from Jacob Pierce.
Yeah, that's a good run there. Great blocking by that left side by Milas and Spitzer. I think that's something as they get throughout the year, he kind of reads his block a little bit better there, Chase, and might be in the end zone, but good hard running.
Well, Minot High has found their way into the red zone. First down for the Magi. Ball sits at the 4-yard line is where the spot was placed, and the Magicians have the opportunity to tie the ball game. They trail 7-0. Football lined up on the left hash. Two in the backfield. The wideout over on the right side for the Magi. Emke, shotgun formation. There's going to be a flag on the play.
Looks like they did not get that play off in time there.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
So Minot High hit with their first penalty here on the offensive side of the football. And those are the ones that Chauncey Hendershot and company will look to avoid as the season continues. But there is a little room for that in your mind, Phil, early on in the season, game number 1?
Well, I think as a coach, you probably always get a little frustrated with it. But things like that are going to happen first game. Little communication, working out the bugs. They'll be all right.
Ball moved back to the 9-yard line. First down and goal for the Magi. Ball's going to be handed off up the middle again, and
Ball carried by number 21,
Burke with the carry.
15,
Grubb on the stop, and gain of about 2 on the play. Down to 2:25 left here in the first quarter. Minot High trailing 7-0.
Good job of staying disciplined there, staying home, and doing your job and making the play.
Second and goal.
Second down and goal for the Magi. Ball spotted at the 8-yard line. After last year when Jackson Gunville led the Magicians with 8 touchdowns on the season, they've got that void to fill. Emke under center doing a nice job calling the shots here. He's going to roll out to the right side, throws it over towards the end zone. Ball was almost picked off, and the hands were in the way on the attempted pass, and another nice job there by the quarterback, Jacob Pierce from Mandan. He made the stop.
Yeah, I want to say good job by the wide receiver there too. I think he kind of saw that the defender was in a little bit better position and helped knock the ball down, so he didn't get an interception there.
Third down and goal now here for the Magi. Ball at the 8-yard line. American flag over towards our right behind the track. Towards the interstate here, Mandan continues to howl on a breezy night for high school football. Emke under the shotgun with Burke off to his right. 3 wideouts on the right side. Emke's going to roll out, throws this one over towards the corner of the end zone.
Nice
Handling
move.
It there is Hunter Ruziska. Is he in? He's at the goal line. And the Magi pushing the buttons. They almost got in with Hunter Ruziska from Emke. And the ball will be in the red zone on the hurry-up offense coming from the Magi. Ball marked at the 1. Under center is Emke. He's going to have the quarterback keeper trying to push it in, and the Braves defense comes up huge. They slam the door on the 4th down and goal situation. Huge stop from Mandan.
Yeah, that could, you have to tip your hats, I guess, to Mandan there. I think we're going to say that Dudenheffer name more than a few times tonight, but we kind of ran into him there.
Bright side for the Magicians when you look at that series compared to the first one. A lot of good positives there for Minot High. And the quarterback with his first snaps as a varsity starter here tonight, controlling the offense well, you'd have to say.
Yeah, that was a great, good job of adjustments by coaches and players. And, I mean, the play before that quarterback sneak, like Ruziska almost had the ball over the line. They were, that close. So it's kind of how it goes.
Mandan will have the football on their own 1-yard line. First down and 10. They've got some work to do. They lead 7-0, and Minot High is going to be charged with penalty on the play. The flag came up, and there's going to be encroachment on the defense.
Encroachment. Defense number 74. 5-yard penalty. First down.
5-yard penalty. That will move the ball up to the 6-yard line. So Mandan gets some breathing room and trying to avoid the safety situation here from the Minot High defense. Under center here from the Braves. In the shotgun formation for the Braves, and the ball from Jace Lohman handed off.
Number 26, Schaefbauer.
And Schaefbauer carries again. He's gobbled up there with the help of Hillman. Down to a minute 10 left here in the first quarter. 7-0. Mandan still on top.
Yeah, that's a good sign right there, too. We had guys come up, wrap up, finish the tackle. Good job by the defense.
Good friend of ours, Scotty Cattell, checking in tonight. Scotty, hope everything is well here tonight. Legendary voice of Minot High Athletics. You'll hear Scotty plenty of times coming up in the future on the PSP Network. Glad to have him aboard on the PSP Network. Schaefbauer rolls out to the right side. He's going to pick up a handful all the way out to the 15-yard line. And Schaefbauer moves the chains here for the Mandan Braves.
Yeah. There was a real nice pancake block there, again, by that Mr. Dudenheffer that really sprung that one for him.
Jackson Dudenheffer at 6'3", 270 pounds here in his senior year. Two-time All-State selection. He did that once as a sophomore, and he's a player that on both sides of the ball can be deadly. Known for his defensive prowess, and when you've got a guy like that out in front blocking for you with somebody like Schaefbauer in the backfield who certainly can motor, Mandan has the opportunity here. Schaefbauer gets the handoff again. He's going to break three right up the gut, and Schaefbauer brings it up to the 22-yard line, and Mandan's offense continues to move. That brings an end to our first quarter of football. Mandan leads 7-0 at the end of one quarter of play. We'll come back with our second quarter coming up in just a few moments. It's North Dakota High School football here on the PSP Network. Twelve minutes remain here in the first half. Minot High trailing Mandan 7-0. Nick Holberg alongside of Phil Shurik here on the PSP Network as we continue on in our first half of football. Mandan second down and 2 on the Minot High 23-yard line as Mandan trying to add to a 7-0 lead here tonight as Minot High's defense trying to make a big stop.
Yeah, hopefully they can continue to make the small adjustments and kind of start shutting them down more consistently here.
Unique atmosphere here at Mandan tonight's football crowd. There's a crowd here, just not the size that obviously it normally would be for North Dakota High School football. Fans that are here trying to get the job done tonight. Demand in motion here for Mandan. As Lohman will take the football, his first pass attempt of the ball game. Throws this one right into the hands of Phil Money. And Phil Money caught the football on the right side at the 40-yard line. Danced his way to the 45, up to the 50. And the stop was made by the Magicians at that point, but a huge gain there for Mandan.
Yeah, I mean, you got to kind of tip your hat there, too. Kinchin had a pretty good coverage, but that was a very well-thrown ball.
Wind certainly a factor here tonight in this ball game, and without a doubt, that one on a tee there off of the hands of the Mandan quarterback. Into the gloves of Philmoni, and Philmoni made the play. Handoff now. Schaefbauer's going to cut out to the right side. Schaefbauer's up to the 45-yard line. And it's going to be a gain of roughly 5 on the play. Down to 11:23 to play here in a 7-0 first half. Mandan's on top, and Mandan continues to move the football.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Second down and 7. Ball's on the 45-yard line. Mandan taking the calls here from Jace Lohman, 6'3", 190-pounder. He's in the shotgun formation with Schaefbauer behind him. Right at midfield on the Mandan Braves logo as the sun continues to go down. Quarterback keeper, he rolls out to the left side. Lohman's over the 30, down the 25-20. Cuts back at the 10, all the way up to the 5, and then Hillman's going to rail him and bring him down at the 4-yard line. What a play that was, and a nice run there from Jace Lohman.
Yeah, they kind of been running that read play and handing the ball off the whole time. He made a very good decision there, or whether it was called or his decision to pull it back, and it was a nice play.
Ball all the way up to the Minot High 3-yard line. Mandan trying to strike for more blood in the ball game here. They lead 7-0. Call this a pistol formation here for the Mandan Braves. 2 behind the quarterback as Jace Lohman takes the call, and then there's going to be a stop in the play, or the officials are going to come together here for a moment to have a conversation as Minot High tried to make the defensive stop. Here's the call.
Encroachment. Defense, number 74. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Well, another penalty on Minot High, encroachment on the Magicians, and that time it was charged to 74, Hayden Tinker. Half the distance to the goal puts the Mandan Braves at the 1.5-yard line. 7-0, Braves on top. Deep in the red zone now as they're in the shotgun formation again. Schaefbauer scored the first touchdown of the ball game with 5:49 left in the first quarter. He's going to look to do it again. This time they hand off rather to Halstengard, and Halstengard cracks the end zone of the Minot High defense. It's 13-0 Mandan on the 1.5-yard run right up the middle. Not a lot you can do for the Magi defense there.
No, they had good push up front by the Mandan offense. You got to give them credit.
We'll make another donation.
Right now, you just kind of got to gather yourselves and hopefully this time put one in the end zone.
Halstengard converts from 1.5 yards out. Mandan's going to like to kick the extra point again. Ball's up through the uprights. No, it's going to go wide of the uprights. My apologies. And the kick is no good. 13-0. Mandan leads Minot High in this West Region matchup tonight. We'll come back and kick it off back to the Magi when we return. It's high school football here on the PSP Network. Minot High trailing 13-0 here with 9:51 left in the first half of football after the 1.5-yard run from Olin Halstengard puts the Braves on top by 2 scores. Nick Holbrook and Phil Shirk from here in Mandan tonight. Minot High will receive the football, and they need some offense here as the ball will be put back into play. Ruziska's back to receive. Ball's going to be fluttered up right to the 30-yard line. There's going to be a scramble for it. And your analysis of that kick?
Yeah, I don't know if it was on purpose, but he just kind of floated it up. That was a very good play by big Hayden Tinker. You don't see the nose tackle that far deep on too many receiving teams, but he did a great job, was heads up and got on the ball.
Minot High will start the rush here with a first down and 10. Ball is parked deep inside their territory at the 28-yard line. Minot High rotating a handful of players in and out of the lineup here tonight. Heard that from Chauncey Hendershot. We mentioned it earlier on in the ball game here tonight that without those two non-conference matchups that were scheduled against Red River and West Fargo Cheyenne, you have an opportunity here tonight where it's break or bust. You have to go all in and try to find your way into a region win here tonight without a fair look at either team. And both teams coming in with the same situation. Emke's going to take the football. He's going to toss this one back to Ring, and Ring will be gobbled up there. But first to stop in the play, there's going to be a flag on the play. We'll wait and see if the call's on Minot High or on Mandan. Those non-conference games, the point being, is usually gives you a good opportunity to try some things out and kind of test the waters a bit.
Yeah, you kind of get to, that's kind of the games you really find players' roles and how they're going to, what they're going to add to the team when it comes to the conference games to get into the playoffs. But this year they are just kind of being thrust into it and just kind of go as you go.
False start of the Minot High offense. That will bring up first down at 15 for the Magi. 2 wideouts over on the left side. Emke's under center with Ring in the backfield along with Chase Burke. Handoff to Burke. Burke's going to cut back to his left. He's wrapped up in a quick hurry. And a big stop there. And a gain of about 1 on the play as Dutenheffer again, I believe, was the one to wrap him up. Make that Caleb McDonald on the tackle, not Dutenheffer. My apologies.
Another good play, though, by the Mandan guys up front. Their big guys are doing pretty well.
Important possession here for the Magi. Trailing 13-0, 9:13 of the run clock left here in the first half of football. Shotgun formation again here for Emke. A low snap right at his ankles. He's going to fire the pass off. Unable to connect as that pass was intended there for number 14 of the Magi, Eric Wentz.
Number 16, Teets. That'll bring up a 3rd and 17.
Well, Emke under center here tonight has done a nice job in my mind with his first few snaps of his high school career. Trying to move the football up the field. That time the low snap in that situation as a quarterback. What's going through your mind at that point when the ball comes at your ankles?
Well, first you want to get the ball and then you look up, and if in this case if you see a lot of guys wearing the black uniform, it's let's get rid of it right away.
That was the play there. It brings up a 3rd down at 17 for the Magi. Ball's handed off to Ring. He runs to the outside of the left. He's going to be gobbled up again. And the chains move backwards again here for the Magi as the defense is going to have to work their way back out in special teams unit as Minot High is going to punt this one away in this situation.
Yeah, again there was pretty close, kind of one of them deals, pretty close to making a big play, but just couldn't quite get her.
4th down and 19. Minot High is going to punt this one back away. Ruziska towers that one in the air all the way up to the 50-yard line. Gets a healthy Minot High roll all the way up to about the 35 where it goes out of bounds. A nice boot there for Ruziska. Will park Mandan back in their own territory with 8:19 left in the first half. The Braves lead the Magicians 13-0 here with 8:19 left in our first half. Once again, by the way, our good friends at Tires Plus help you bring the ball game to you here tonight. Tires Plus, all brands under one roof with guaranteed lowest prices in town. And check this out, there's service after the sale with the Tires Plus plan. I have my vehicle serviced at Tires Plus. That's where I get my new tires as well. TiresPlusND.com. They truly are the difference maker when it comes to service and the lowest price guaranteed. You can't top it. Tires Plus, bringing you high school football here tonight on the PSP Network. Schaefbauer takes the handout from Mandan. He's going to pick up roughly 1.5 on the play. It's going to be a 2nd down at 8.5. Call it 9 yards to go here for Mandan.
Good job by Caden Turnbull there to get to the point of attack and to finish his tackle there. Won't let him go.
Mandan scored 2 touchdowns in the ballgame. First one at 5:49 of the first quarter. It was Schaefbauer. And then at 9:51 remaining here in the second quarter of football, they struck again with Olin Halstengard. 1.5 run, put it in the end zone. Schaefbauer takes it again. He's over the 40-yard line up to the 42. Then he's going to be wrapped up and pulled to the ground by the Magi linebackers. Brings up a third down and roughly 5 to go here for Mandan.
This is going to be big if they can get a stop right here. Linebackers are starting to fly around a little bit, starting to finish their tackles, not just arm tackle. So if they can get a stop right here, that could be pretty big for them.
Small student section here tonight. Starion Sports Complex here in Mandan. Cheerleaders for Mandan are here right in front of us making some noise tonight as well. Out of the shotgun, Jake Bauer handles it there. He's going to be wrapped up and hauled to the ground. And a nice job defensively as 26, it's Tristan Zietz, make it 24. Tristan Zietz on the tackle.
Good job, way to stuff it and stay with it. It's good for the momentum to the Minot way, hopefully. Good start.
The way this venue is set up here with the nice press box and the press area with the big building behind us as well, and the hockey rink here, pretty much the entire football field is under shadows now as the sun continues to go down. The ball is going to be punted away out over towards the Minot High sideline, and the ball goes out of bounds with 6:22 left here in the first half. Braves still lead 13-0. Minot High will bring Emke back out. They go back out of the offensive side of things. This point to the ball game, down 13-0. Obviously not out of the contest yet here, Phil, but a young, inexperienced Minot High team. What do they look to do on the next 6:22 remaining here in this first half of football?
Well, I think right now I'd like to see Emke complete a couple more passes and just get some good positive yardage plays here.
Emke's under center, puts the man in motion, fakes the handoff, then Ruziska takes it. He's going to break free. Ruziska's over the 50, the 45, up to the 40, down to the 37-yard line. And Hunter Ruziska continues to tear. We knew he was going to be good in the backfield. He's showing some of that strength here tonight for the Magi. He moves the chains, brings up a 1st and 10 all the way down to the 40-yard line of the Braves.
Yeah, good job by the Minot line up front. They made a real nice hole for him to go into, and he hit that hard and just kept rolling.
Up to the line again. This time Emke will be under center. Wideouts on each side for the Magi. Down to 5:50 to play here in the first half. Minot High trailing by 2 scores, 13-0. Ruziska on the handoff again, wrapped up and taken down. Johnny on the spot. Jackson Dudenheffer was right there. And the big man for the Braves ties up the Magi offense. It brings up a second down.
22 for Minot has to come out of the game for 1 down because his helmet came off.
Hunter Ruziska's helmet came off, so the call on the field is he needs to exit the field of play. He gets to come back after the next play. Some of the rules that you might not always see.
Right, exactly.
Emke's under center again. Second down and 13 for the Magi. Ball flipped back off to Chase Burke. He makes a move out to the outside, cuts to the left. Burke turns on the burners, up for a first down, all the way down to the 26-yard line. And Chase Burke dances his way to a Magi first down. And the chains move as Minot High looking to strike for their first blunt of the night.
Very nice run by Chase there, running through arm tackles. Also getting them linemen out there, that left guard, that left tackle, Zach Mielis. You know, Zach and Caleb are making some nice holes for him.
First down and 10, ball on the Mandan 28-yard line. Minot High trailing by a pair of scores here, 13-0. We approach the end of the first half of football. Emke under center, pitches back to Burke again. Another dancing move over the 25-yard line up to the 20, and Chase Burke on a mission on this possession here for the Magicians. And the 5'7" senior continues to move the football. That's going to be a gain of just about 8 on the play for Chase Burke.
Very nice read by Chase. Tyler Johnson made a good block, brought his guy upfield, and Chase read it correctly and was able to gain some positive yards for him.
Second down and 2, ball at the 20-yard line. Emke's under center, 2 of the backfield here for the Magi. Ruziska fake the pass. It's going to be tossed by Emke. Corner of the end zone. Touchdown Magi. Emke connects with Tegan Kinchin, and the Magicians score their first touchdown in 2020. It's going to be a 20-yard toss completed to Kinchin, and the Magicians are on the board with 4.5 left in the first half.
Very nice ball. Allowed him to take his time, catch it. It was pretty well. Nice route, was wide open. Hopefully the Magi can keep it rolling.
Emke to Kinchin, and Minot High is on the board.
And the kick is good.
Extra point attempt up and good, and Minot High back within a score, 13-7. Your thoughts on that play? Emke showing that he's got an arm on him as well.
It was too, and it's been set up by the great line play. You know, making some good positive yards on the ground. Then you fake it, and you're able to get a guy wide open like that. And Emke made a real nice throw, nice and easy toss, a nice and easy catch.
13-7, Mandan still on top of Minot High. We're going to keep it here on our broadcast here on the PSP Network. Once again, a big thank you to all those sponsors making the game possible here tonight on the PSP Network, including our friends Where Tires Plus, Premier Movement, Premier Chiropractic, 28 Tastes and Taps in Minot. Tell you what, if you haven't been there yet, you got to try that place out, Phil. 28 Tastes and Taps. They're now open. If you're hungry, you won't leave hungry, I promise you. The other day I had a hot dog that had sauteed onions and steak on it. It was like Philly cheesesteak hot dog is what this thing was. It was enough for 3 of us, and I ended up eating the whole thing. It's fantastic. 28 Tastes and Taps right on South 16th Street, kind of across from the YMCA in the Magic City. If you haven't been there, I highly recommend it. Big thank you to them helping bring Minot High football to the airwaves here tonight. The Magi get their first score of the season. They trail 13-7. They're going to kick it off here as Barch is going to put the boot on this one and send it from the 40-yard line to the opposing 15. Braves with the football. They're going to run it back the other way. Here's a cut all the way back up over towards the 40-yard line and up towards the 41. And the play there from Tyler Thilmony. Took the football and ran with it. It's going to be a first down and 10 from midfield here for the Braves.
Let's see how the Magi can respond, how they can continue to play after that, coming back, stopping them, getting a touchdown. Let's see what they can do here.
Mandan offense on their first drive of the ball game. Marched the football down into Minot High territory and parked one in the end zone. After that, Minot High's defense has done a nice job with some big stops. Mandan has struck one other time in the ball game. It's 13-7. Down to 4:26 left here in the first half. Out of the shotgun. Ball back to Lohman. Handed off and wrapping up nicely for the Magi and making the play.
That Zeitz again. Nice job of stepping up, making a play, and finishing his tackle.
Tackle made by number 24, Zeitz.
Second tackle of the ball game for Zeitz. Down to 4:06 left here in the first half. Stick around for our Premier Movement halftime report coming up in 3 minutes and 58 seconds. Once again, Premier Movement halftime report coming up 3 minutes and 52 seconds now as Minot High trails 13-7. Mandan with the football on their own 44-yard line. Under center, Jace Lohman. Handoff back again with the move. This is Schaefbauer right up the gut, and he's going to be wrestled down to the ground.
Faked you out, quarterback keeper. That was a real good fake though, but luckily the Minot guys were there. Everybody's staying disciplined, staying home. Hopefully they can continue to do that.
Eric Wentz with the stop. I was fooled completely. I thought it was right up the gut.
Yeah, it was a good fake, but again, like if the Minot guys can continue to stay disciplined, don't run up the field 5 yards and let them get underneath, like they can continue to be successful.
6-point lead for Mandan. 3rd down and 8, balls on the 45-yard line. Their own 45-yard line is in the shotgun. Back again here for the Braves is Jace Lohman. He's going to pass the football right across midfield up to the 45 on the other side, and a nice reception there for Trey Teets. And Teets will have a 4th down and 2 down. What will Mandan do here with 2:40 left?
You got to think they're going to follow their line, but that's kind of one of those plays right there where I think in game 3 or 4, the wide receiver kind of runs the route that extra yard to get the first down, but it's kind of what you see the first game of the year. Hopefully Magi can stuff them.
Ball's at the 48-yard line. 4th down and 1. Big defensive play here for Minot High, even bigger for Mandan, trying to add more fuel to the fire, leading 13-7. Handoff back to Schaefbauer. He's going to roll out to the outside. Fumble. Football's on the ground, and it will be recovered. Either way, Minot High's getting the ball in the 4th down and 1 situation. And the Magicians force the fumble, and Minot High's going to go back to offense as we approach the 2-minute warning here in the first half.
Yeah, we got Ethan Johnson out there, made a great play, made the ball loose, and by that time he had enough friends come help, and they were not going to get the first down after that.
Offense comes back out for the Magi after the forced fumble. And Minot High trying to see if they could take the lead heading into the Premier Movement halftime report, which would be huge for the confidence of the young football team. After they were down 13-7, or 13-0, they trailed 13-7 now. Burke on the rollout. He's got the football. Burke makes a move at the 40, all the way up to the 35, and Chase Burke, what a dynamic player to watch. He continues to tear. Here tonight he moves the chains again, and Chase Burke putting a nomination in for the player of the game here tonight.
Very nice run by Chase. Broke 3 or 4 tackles that time, kept himself alive, and just kept going.
One thing about being 5'7" and a slippery 175 pounds, he certainly is agile. He's hard to get a hold of, and he shows that again here. He lines up in the backfield now. As under center is Emke. Emke rolls it out to the right side. Off to Ruziska. Ruziska makes a man miss. He's going to cross the 30 down to the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Ruziska. Took it from Emke, then to the house, and the Magicians have tied the ball game as Emke to Ruziska. And Minot High and Mandan are tied at a pair of 13s with 1:31 left in the first half.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't catch the other wide receiver's name or number out there. I think it was Talon Hebert that made the one block he needed, and Ruziska just made one move and off to the races. There he went.
Minot High looking to take the lead in the ball game now as they will kick the extra point. Barge puts this one up right through the uprights, and Minot High has taken the lead. Emke to Ruziska. Ruziska made a bad miss. Fancy move at about the 25-yard line, and Minot High's got some fireworks, and they take the lead. As we have 1:31 left. Minute 25 left here in the first half of football. Minot High up 14-13 on the play from Hunter Ruziska, where he found the end zone for the Magi. Ball's going to be tossed ahead forward. Nice play there all the way up to the 50-yard line on the pitch and catch there. The Mandan offense, and Jace Lohman shows what he has to offer from shotgun position.
Yeah, there's a lot of names for that play. Just a little quick hitter off the fake, right to where the linebackers vacated from.
Pass again. This time it's going to be connected again and off to the races, into the back of the end zone, and the Braves score again. Trey Teets takes it there off of the little drop play from Jace Lohman, and Lohman puts it into the gloves again of Teets. And we've got a ball game on our hands as Mandan strikes. They lead 19-14.
Yeah, good enough fake to draw out the defensive backs. And I think that D-back kind of thought that he was in a good enough position to maybe make a play on an interception. This just wasn't the case. Nice completion.
Teets from Lohman. And now Mandan's going to try for the 2-point conversion. Well, a teeter-totter match here tonight, or a heavyweight tilt. Holyfield and Tyson, however you want to look at it. Rolling out, Schaefbauer over to the right side, wrapped up at the goal line, does not get in. So Minot High 2 times here tonight has been now the positive side of the extra point to the 2-point conversion for Mandan.
Yeah, very nice play by Chase Burke, stepping up there on that outside edge and making the stop.
We've got a ball game. Now to 1:03 left in our first half. Minot High and the Braves from Mandan in a 19-14 affair tonight. The Braves on top. We're back as Minot High will receive the kick. And to close out our first half, it's North Dakota High School football here on the PSP Network. Minot High and Mandan going toe-to-toe tonight in this West Region affair, and a good ball game on our hands as Minot High will receive the kick. And they're going to end up with the football at their own 37-yard line here with under a minute to play in the first half, trailing by 5. It's 19-14, Mandan on top. This one certainly has been the worst worth the price of admission here tonight.
Yeah, I think we're could see some scoring here by the end of it. I think that play was by design there, that short kick. Jonas Bubach did a nice job of stepping up and catching it and trying to return it a little bit before it fell on the ground and could get recovered by Mandan.
Timeout here for the Magi, and Chauncey Hendershot's going to come out to the huddle here for the Magicians. They drop a play here with with 59 seconds left in our first half. 19-14, Mandan on top. We've seen a little bit of everything tonight. The pass game and the rush game for both teams has been pretty much spot on. Defensively, both teams doing a nice job in the ball game as well.
Yeah, not too bad. We can tell it's the first game of the year, but we've got guys that are stepping up and making plays, and it's pretty exciting to watch here. We'll see what Chauncey decides to do with a minute left in the half, if he's going to kind of do what Mandan did and go for it, or if they're going to go into halftime and knowing that they'll get the ball, I believe, and then see what happens there.
Minot High won the toss tonight. They elected to receive here the first half of receive the second half of football. They booted it away to start the contest here tonight.
That's my fault for messing you up.
Out of the shotgun, Emke's going to have the ball come to him, but the yellow flag flies through the air before that happens, and we're going to see Minot High charged with the false start. Under a minute to play in the first half. Minot High charged with the false start. Bailey McCarty, 6 foot tall, 165-pound senior on the offensive line. Jumped just a bit. So Minot High will try it again. First down and 15, ball on the 33-yard line on their end of the football field. Under center is Emke. Two in the backfield. Ring along with Burke. Burke's going to take the pinch. He's going to be wrapped up. He's hauled back all the way down to the 25-yard line, and Chase Burke didn't have much of a chance on that one, as wrapping him up quickly was number 15, Aaron Grubb.
Yeah, they got another nice play by the Mandan guys right there. That was never there in a hurry.
Brings up a 2nd and 17.
Second down and 17, another situation here for Minot High that they certainly don't want to be in with 36 seconds left here. Mandan's going to elect to use a timeout. While we do that, we'll tell you about our friends at Clean Tech, where they could help you with COVID-19 deep cleaning services for your home or business. Once again, Clean Tech LLC with deep cleaning services for your home or business. This is a proactive deep cleaning service that includes disinfecting and sanitizing. Don't forget about Clean Tech's 24/7 disaster response and restoration services. Visit them online at cleantechllc.us. Clean Tech coming to the rescue since 1992. Minot High looks to be a little bit cleaner on the penalty side of things, but here in the ball game, only charged with 3 violations so far in the ball game. Not too bad for the first night of the year.
No, it's something you always as a coach don't want to happen, but you kind of expect it a little bit. And like you said, hopefully they can clean it up a bit.
Emke's under center again with Burke in the backfield. Ball's at the 31-yard line. Second down and 17 for the Magi. They trail by 5 with 36 seconds left. Here in the first half, Burke takes the pitch. He's all the way up over the 35-yard line, lost the football. It came out. There's a scrum for it in the doggy pile. Who's going to come out with it? We'll wait for the official call.
Minot's got it back there.
The officials have indicated that the Magi recovered the fumble from Chase Burke with 26 seconds left here in this first half. At this point, if you're play calling, 26 seconds left in this first half of football. Do you see what kind of arm Emke has at this point?
Well, I think with third and 13, I don't know if you want to stop the clock again, especially after Mandan just did. They might try the sweep play that they've been running there. They seem to like, and then kind of maybe try and punt it and run her out into the halftime. But we'll see what Chauncey does here. The play 29 seconds. The clock's going a bit goofy over there, but
yeah, I was going to
290. But we'll see what Chauncey comes with right here.
29 seconds remaining. Here in the first half, Minot High trailing by 5. Emke's under center, rings the man in motion. There's going to be offsides charged again here to Minot High.
Just not quite getting the timing right there. I think we had too many guys moving around in motion there. Just excited to start the play a little bit early.
Full start. Offense, number 30. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Charged with the penalty, Braden McCarty. It's going to bring up a third down at 17 for the Magi with a half a minute left here in the first half. Mandan struck first. Schaefbauer scored to make it 7-0. Then Olin Halstengard in the second quarter made it 13-0. Minot High then got on the board. Minot High then took the lead. Here's Burke on the handoff. Make that resist up the middle. He's stopped there. It's going to bring up a fourth down situation for Minot High. And it looks like the special teams unit is going to come onto the field with 25 seconds left here in this first half. Third timeout for Mandan. They burn up their 3 allotted timeouts here in the first half of football.
Yeah, we'll see what must mean Mandan's going to come back and see what their quarterback can do with his arm, and hopefully Minot can make a clean punt here, push them back deep into their territory, and just eliminate more damage until halftime.
Premier Movement halftime report coming up right around the corner. We'll have the stats and analysis from that first half, the highlights as well from our first half of football. In a seesaw matchup here tonight for Minot High and Mandan. This has been a good ball game so far. 19-14, the Braves on top after Minot High fought back from a 13-0 deficit to take a 14-13 lead. Hunter Ruziska in to punt this one off. On the long snap coming here from the Magi. Ruziska's got it. He's going to put the boot to it. Kicks that one up to the 30. Another good bounce there. Great punt from Ruziska all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Rolls down to just about the 17. And Hunter Ruziska certainly getting his money's worth here tonight on the special teams unit. Dead scoring a touchdown for the Magi. Great punt.
Yeah, very nice punt. Very nice roll. You're always going to, if you can put your opponent at their own 17, you'll take that all day.
Mandan's going to be hemmed in at the 17-yard line with 15 seconds left to go. The bad news for the Magicians and their fans is they certainly have had the arm of the quarterback for the Mandan Braves moving and grooving. Tonight, Jace Lohman converted for 2 of their scores through the air. They send 2 wideouts over on the right side. Under the shotgun, Lohman's going to take the call. 15 seconds remaining. Ball on their own 17-yard line. Lohman rolls out over towards the right side, throws it upfield. Phil Mone again at the 20-yard line. Make that the 30-yard line, reaches out. He's going to pick up the first down. The chains move, and there's 9 seconds left here in the first half.
Yeah, nice job of getting out of bounds there. Good heads-up play by the wide receiver. Stop the clock. Get to do it all over again.
Johnson with the stop there for the Magi. Ball on the 29-yard line in Braves territory. 9 seconds remain here in this first half of football. 19-14, Mandan on top. Thanks for joining us tonight here on the PSP Network. Nick Holberg alongside of Phil Shurik here at the Starion Sports Complex. Loman's going to roll out. He's got Hilbert trying to track him down. Good block there in the backfield, and it's going to be Loman that runs that one out of bounds down to 3 seconds. The quarterback keeper, 3 seconds left in the first half, and a gain of 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, very good job by the defense there, getting pressure on. You don't want your quarterback, the other team's quarterback, to get too comfortable. So we'll see what happens here if we see how far he can throw it.
Chase Burke in on that play as well from the linebacker position. He was in hot pursuit. Ran Loman out of bounds. Chase Loman's going to be under the pistol formation again. 2 wideouts this time on the left side of the football field, lined up at the 31-yard line. Final play coming in the first half, it looks here for Mandan. Handoff in the backfield. Schaefbauer's going to cut free from one defender, then another, but then Minot High's Tristan Zietz will wrap him up. That's how the first half comes to a close. The Magi trail the Braves. It's 19-14 at the end of one half of football. Let's move to our Premier Movement halftime report. Minot High and Mandan in a West Region dogfight here tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll break down the first half of play when we return. This is North Dakota High School football. Our apologies, having some tech issues here tonight at Starry at Sports Complex here in Mandan. Good time for the system to go down. Hey, Phil, as we get started here.
First game of the year.
2020 season, Minot High and Mandan in a 19-14 dogfight here tonight. But I tell you what, there's no issues here with either ball team. Good contest so far in this matchup here tonight. Minot High down 13-0 early on in the ball game. They fight back. They take a 14-13 lead. Mandan strikes for a touchdown of their own to end the first half of football. Before we talk about the actual stat line of this one, your thoughts on the ball game here tonight?
You know, it's been good. Like you said, Mandan came out ready to go, playing more physical, to put it bluntly. And then Magi did a very good job of responding and making some adjustments. Guys started stepping up, finishing tackles for them, and then all of a sudden we're leading by one. Minot's leading by one, and then Mandan comes right back. So they're trading blows right now. It's a good game.
Good ball game here tonight for sure. Your thoughts on quarterback play on both sides? Lohman for Mandan and Emke for Minot High impressing me here tonight without being a guy that took a whole lot of snaps, if any, last year under Jackson Gunville.
Right, yeah. You got, like you were talking about, junior first game of the year. Like there's always probably going to be a little bit of nerves, but he's done pretty well. He's made a couple good reads. He made that very good throw on the touchdown to Kinchin, and it was it's been a pretty solid game for him so far. I don't think you can complain about that at all.
In the first quarter, at 5:49 remaining, it was Schaefbauer on the run that found the back of the end zone. 7-0, Mandan took the lead. Into the second quarter we went as Mandan led 7-0 at the end of one. In the second quarter, early on in that second quarter, it was Olin Halstengard that had the easy 1.5-yard run to make it 13-0. They were unable to convert on the extra point, and that's where we sat until a minute 31, midway through that second quarter of football. It was Emke to Kinchin, the play that you talked about, tossed it off, and all of a sudden we've got a 13-7 ball game. And then with a minute 31 remaining, Emke to Ruziska. He makes a fantastic play at about the 25-yard line, dances his way into the end zone, and Minot High at that point converts on the point after attempt, and they lead 14-13. And then Teets gobbles up the football on the toss from Lohman, and that's where we sit at 19-14. Two-point conversion did not work for Mandan, and at the end of one half of football, it's a 19-14 contest. 5 points the difference here as both teams in the dogfight tonight in the West Region play in this matchup. For Mandan first, Phil, is there any major corrections that you see the Braves needing to make after one half of football?
I don't know about necessarily corrections. I think they started out real good, and if maybe they can pump their linemen up again, let them know how important they are, and it's a lot of fun to run behind line that will make holes the size that trucks can fit through. So if they get that going again, that's going to be tough for Minot. But at the same time, you look at it from Minot's point of view, they did a good job of making adjustments. Instead of guys running up 5 yards past the line of scrimmage, they're staying disciplined now, finishing the tackle. Like I know I've said that several times, but saw a lot of arm tackles right away that Schaefbauer was running right through. They made some adjustments. They're hitting guys with shoulder pads, and things are starting to go well for the Magi now.
For Minot High, any major flags of concern for you that you saw in that first half of football?
Well, I think as coach and player, you always want to have perfect, but I think they've been playing good. The big thing that they were able to do is they made those adjustments. Like it's really easy when you come out and all of a sudden you're down 13 points. What do? You can either come back and play tougher, which they were able to, or you just lay down. But they really responded really well. And I think it starts up front too. Like they were, the Emke had a whole lot of time there based on the fact that Chase Burke's running hard, Ruziska's running hard, but those linemen are creating the holes. They're able to give them time to make the plays. Now all of a sudden, Mandan has to respect the run a little bit more. They creep up, and then Kinchin's fast enough to get behind them, and Emke got him the ball. So if they can, it's just keep executing what the coaches are telling you to do, and easier said than done, of course, but if they can keep that up, we're going to have a good game here that is probably going to be close right to the end.
Hunter Ruziska certainly has caught our eye here in the ball game here tonight. Touch on the young man from Minot High that certainly leading the charge here for the Magi tonight.
Yeah, he had his touchdown was just, a nice quick wide receiver screen out there. And I wish I would have caught the number there. I believe it was Talon Hebert that threw the one block that he needed. And then he made one move, and he was faster than everybody else at that point. So he's been pretty explosive throughout the whole game, runs hard, and he'll be a fun kid to watch too as the season progresses.
Fun to watch on the baseball field this summer as well. It's fun to see these multi-sport athletes carry over from sport to sport. Football season's here upon us now, and great to be back for the 2020 campaign, and we've got a good dogfight on our hands to start things off. Mandan leading Minot High 19-14 at the break. It's the Premier Movement halftime report here on the PSP Network. Premier Movement, proud supporter of Minot High Athletics and the Magic City. Big thank you to our good friends at Premier Movement, bringing you Minot High football and North Dakota High School football here tonight. 4 minutes, 10 seconds away from the start of the second half. We'll come back with the stat lines again and get you geared up with our keys to the second half of football. Mandan's on top of Minot. It's 19-14 at the break from Mandan. This is going to be a good one. Don't go anywhere. It's North Dakota High School football on the PSP Network. The Premier Movement halftime report from Mandan at the Starion Sports Complex. A West Region dogfight tonight. Again, our apologies. Technical issues here in Mandan tonight. Open up the season on the PSP Network. Sometimes technology does that to you. We apologize. We've got a handful of commercials we'd like to get to here tonight, but unfortunately, that's just the way it happens sometimes. And that's what we do. We get through a whole summer of Vistas baseball, and now we get to the opener for the Magi tonight. Our true apologies here tonight from Mandan. Nevertheless, we want to thank our good friends again at Clean Tech. Get COVID-19 deep cleaning services for your home or business with Clean Tech LLC. This is a proactive deep cleaning service that includes disinfecting and sanitizing. Don't forget also about Clean Tech's 24/7 disaster response and restoration services. Visit them online at cleantechllc.us. Clean Tech, coming to the rescue since 1992. Big thank you to our good friends at Clean Tech. By the way, we'd also like to thank Tires Plus, proud supporter of the Magic City and all the athletics around the community. When shopping for tires, shop Tires Plus. All brands under one roof with the guaranteed lowest prices. And check this out, there's service after the sale with the Tires Plus plan. I have my service done at Tires Plus every time. Oil change there, new tires there. Simply put, my mind, Tires Plus is just in a different league. Visit them online at TiresPlusND.com. When you get your oil change there, Phil, you know what you do? You sit in your seat, you continue to text or send emails on your phone, whatever it may be. There's a polite lady there that you roll down the window. She asks you if it's the same stuff that you want to put in because they could track you down by your license plate and all that stuff. It's fantastic. You sit there, and in 15 minutes, out you go, and you know your vehicle's rolling down the road the way it should be. Big thank you to Tires Plus. I highly recommend it for you. Should check that out sometime.
All right. Don't even have to get the kids out of the car seat.
That's exactly right. Minot High is going to look to put everybody in the bus to move in the right direction here for the second half. The lights are coming on in Mandan, and we're just about set for our second half of football tonight, alongside of the former Gatorade Player of the Year for high school football in the year 2001. It's Phil Shirk. Yours truly, Nick Holberg. Phil, we get geared up. 5 points the difference here tonight. Biggest key for Minot High to start things off here in the second half tonight.
Well, I messed up when I said they were receiving off, I guess, first. But the big thing here is if they can get a stop right away, Nick, that's going to be huge. Mandan kind of got the momentum back after they came down and scored. But if Minot can come and get a big stop here right away, I think we can switch it right back to them.
Barch is going to put the foot on the ball. He's going to kick this one and get things underway for our second half. And we're rolling here in Mandan. Ball is going to be retrieved here by the Braves, and a nice job by the Minot High special teams. They have the wrap up, and the ball is going to be placed right around the 22-yard line. It looks somewhere in that ballpark. 11:54, 6 seconds in, and Mandan with a 1st and 10 in their own territory. Tucked back in after the nice kick from Barch to lead things off for the second half.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of adjustments the Magi came out with at halftime and see what Mandan does to combat those.
Jace Lohman, 2 touchdowns through the air tonight here for the Mandan Braves. He's under center. I'm sorry, he's under the shotgun. My eyes must be failing me here tonight, Phil. Handoff up the middle again. Here with the heavy round, there goes Schaefbauer. Schaefbauer's going to break through. He goes up the middle, collects the first down here for Mandan, and the chains move as they approach midfield on their second carry of the second half.
Yeah, that time Schaefborn left, I think there's 3 Minot High guys down on the, sitting down on the turf. Again, I kind of talked about arm tackling and finishing plays, and at that time the guys didn't get the shoulder pads into them. You just kind of ran through them. Of course, it's also harder when you get an athlete like Schaefborn twisting and turning or running around you too.
1 touchdown for him on the night. He led the scoring off early in the ball game. Shotgun formation again here for the Braves. A man in motion, and the handoff to that man, and with the football rolling to the outside. Halston guard, correct it, make it 43 instead. And that's Sweeney. Sweeney cut to the outside. He picks up 2 on the carry, down to 11:02 to play here in the second half.
Yeah, good job there by Eric Wentz. He stayed home long enough, created an extra little juke move that allowed the other Magi to get there and finish that play off.
Ball parked at the 42-yard line. It's 19-14. Braves are on top. They've got possession of the football. Man in motion again. That's Sweeney, and there's going to be a stop in the play, and the yellow flag is going to come out. There's going to be an offsides, I do believe.
Full start. Offense, number 67. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
False start of the offense. Brings it back 5 yards. It's going to be a second down and 8 according to the board here in Mandan, I believe. It's going to be a little further than that. There they got it changed.
There we
Second
go.
down and 13. We're only as good as whoever's running that board here tonight because we're kind of far away from the field. Welcome back to football and earth. Lohman's got the football. He's going to roll out to the right side. Tosses it on the near sideline, and Trey Teets picks it up again, and Teets is going to cross over for a first down into Minot High territory up to the 45-yard line. And again, Lohman doing a nice job, and Teets is that open receiver doing his job well here tonight.
Very good play there by Lohman. That was going to be one of them quick hitters off the handoff. Saw the linebacker, jumped it, and found another receiver.
Shotgun formation again here from Jace Lohman. 6'3" and $190. He's got the arm working for him here tonight. Handoff, Schaefbauer right up the middle, make that Klein connect instead. And Klein connect is going to cross all the way over the Minot High 40-yard line down to the 39. And Mandan putting the foot on the gas pedal to start the second half.
Yeah, that time there, that line did a nice job of getting that surge and pushing forward. 8-yard gain.
8-yard gain here for Mandan. Puts the ball in the Minot 38-yard line. Shotgun formation again with one in the backfield. That's Schaefbauer. Man in motion here for the Braves. Handoff and with the football, Schaefbauer crosses over the Minot High 30-yard line out to the 11th side. And he's going to be wrestled to the ground there with the help of Minot High's Eric Wentz again. And that time the chains move here for the Braves. 9:24 left here in quarter number 3. And the football is going to be placed on the 29-yard line of Minot High as the Braves continue to force pressure here on the Magi defense.
Yeah, we'll see. We saw they made some substitutions. We'll see if they can make some adjustments and get to the point of attack a little faster.
Loman's going to hand off to Schaefbauer again. Cuts to the right side, now right up the middle. And Schaefbauer is going to pick up 8 on the play. And Mandan continues to make their way towards the Minot High end zone. Nice play defensively by Coy Armstrong.
Gain of 7,
8:45 left here in the third quarter. 2nd down and 3, ball on the Minot High 23-yard line. Beautiful sight here in Mandan. The sun starts to go down. The hills that roll out straight to the east of here with the Missouri River off in the distance. Lights are on. Beautiful sight being back. Roll out to the far side, and how about the defensive stop there is getting on his horse. Ethan Johnson came flying out, and Johnson dove at the legs and made the stop. That could have been deadly for Minot High. There was a lot of room over on the right side, and Ethan Johnson said, I don't think so. And there will be a loss on the play.
Very nice play over there.
Brings up a 3rd down and 9. Ball's on the 28-yard line. Jason Loman has the conversation with the huddle for the Braves. He's going to set up in the pistol formation again here for Mandan. There's a wideout on the right side, one on the left. It's going to be a stop in the play, and now a timeout called here by Todd Sheldon, the head coach of the Mandan Braves. Again, our apologies for having some technical issues here in Mandan. So we'll tell you about Arbo Photography, the leader in game photo coverage and senior pictures. The proof is in the gallery. Find Arbo Photography on Facebook and Instagram, or online at arbophotography.com. That's ARBAUT photography.com. They really do fantastic work. 7:41 left. The stance here for Minot High on the defensive side of things is of utmost importance. When you see a play like that, Phil, where Johnson comes flying out and Ethan Johnson, the senior, makes a play on an opportunity for Mandan, certainly fires up the sidelines. The next play is of utmost importance again, trying to rally around that.
Well, big time here too, because now instead of 3rd and short, you have a 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. It's a lot tougher to get. You know, hopefully give your defense a little bit more of a cushion. At this point in the field, I don't know if they're going to kick a field goal, but it big play right there to push him back.
Pistol formation again with a man in motion here for Mandan. Fakes the handoff. Falling back, trying to roll out to the right side. Loman's going to be pushed out of bounds by the Magi defenders. And a nice play on the far side by Tristan Zietz. He was on his horse and made the play. That's going to bring up
for a loss by number 74, Tinker.
The down number 4.
Quite a bit. See where they mark it. Again, it's 4-down territory. We'll see what they throw at him here.
Loss of 5 brings up a 4th and 13.
There it is, 4th and 13th. Ball marked on the 33-yard line. Minot High defense doing a nice job here in the ball game here tonight. Shotgun formation again. This time 2 wideouts on the left side, 1 on the right side, and a man in the backfield. Loman takes the call. He's going to take the snap. Play's going to be whistled dead before the targeted pass over on the right side that would have been intended there for Trey Teets, who's got a touchdown in the ball game here tonight for the Braves.
Delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
So the cards are starting to shake in the hands of the Magicians here as another penalty charge to Mandan. This is going to bring up a long 4th down
still in 4-down territory, so it's kind of one of them deals where you don't want anybody behind you as a defensive back right here.
Pistol formation again. Rolling out to the right side. Lohman's got heat on him. He's going to fire it downfield all the way inside the 5-yard line. Intended receiver there again was 16 Teets. Not enough arm on it. And the turnover on downs. Minot High goes back to the offensive side of the football.
Yeah, you got to credit the Minot High defensive backs right there. They stayed on their guys long enough, and then the linebackers blitzing there, creating some pressure.
Minot 38-yard line.
Tough to connect on those.
5-point lead here for Mandan. They lead 19-14. We're down to 7:28 to play here in this third quarter of football. Minot High comes back to the offensive side of the ball. 2 wideouts on the right side. Chase Burke is in the backfield in the pistol formation here, and falling back is Emke. He's going to bomb one downfield up the right side. Intended receiver there, unable to get the hands on the football to make the play was Tegan Kitchen.
Emke's pass intended for number 15, Kitchen.
Nice opportunity. They're taking a stab at it for sure. Do you like the play call there?
You know, I do. I like to be aggressive, let the quarterback get in a little bit of rhythm. You know, as a young quarterback, he might see that coverage next time and check down to maybe the running back out of the backfield. But I think that's all right to go ahead and be aggressive right there.
Back in your days, West Coast offense or more of the old school North Dakota offense? Which way did you guys go back in the early 2000s? Offsides on Minot High, by the way, in the second down and 10.
Well, we were more of a smash mouth team. I was lucky enough where we thought the coach was joking. My senior year, they put in a 4 wide receiver set for us, but we were definitely, you know, back at that time, we were more of a smash mouth, like bring it to you type team. And then when Coach Holman took over, he introduced more of like the West Coast, like shotgun and stuff like that.
The glory days. We're getting
back
old.
In the glory days, yeah.
Talking about that, the handoff now back to Burke. He's going to bring it back up to the original line of scrimmage. That was Hunter Rosiska, actually. 22, not 21. My apologies.
Nice gain of 6, though.
Gain of 6, 2nd and 9.
Second down and 9 here for the Magi. Ball's going to be marked here at the 39-yard line in Magi territory. Under 7 to play here in the second half of football, or I should say in the third quarter. 5-point lead for Mandan. Mandan led 13-0 at one point. Minot High had a lead at 14-13. And Mandan struck at the end of the first half of football to take the lead back at a 5-point difference. Play clock's down to 3. Under the shotgun again. Minot High's not going to get it off, and they're going to be charged again here with the delay. And Minot High, not what you like to see there on the 3rd down and 9 situation. Emke just didn't get it off in time.
Yeah, there was a couple miscommunications there. I think, you know, the running back lined up on the far side of the field there to start with. They had to move him over, and wasn't a whole lot of urgency there, which as a coach you kind of cringe at, but the guys will figure it out, I think.
Talking about some of those jitters and growing pains early on in the season, and at this point in the year, game number 1 here tonight, that certainly has been a cleaner ball game than maybe expected. That one right into the ankles of Emke, right as I say that he's going to have to fall the football. That's going to bring up a 4th down situation along, and Minot High will have to punt the ball away as the snap just wasn't there that time for the Minot High quarterback.
No, the snap wasn't there. Emke kind of found himself in a little bit of a too tall position, and that makes it tough when you turn your back and you just got to fall on it and be safe like he did.
Back for Mandan, number 2, Phil Money.
Phil Money's back here for the Mandan Braves. Rosiska is going to boot this one away. He's been fantastic from that position here tonight. He's going to drop that one in at about the 40-yard line. It's going to escape around the 35. And again, you can't ask for much more from Hunter Rosiska here tonight from back where he's at.
No, doing a good job keeping the ball out of Phil Money's hands. He looked had a nice return earlier, so
the punt goes out of bounds.
Punted so he can't do it, and he's doing a pretty nice job of keeping them on their side of the field too.
28 Tasted Taps is now open in the Magic City. Again, if you're hungry, you'll leave satisfied, guaranteed. 28 Tasted Taps across from the YMCA in the Magic City. Fantastic burgers, hot dogs, you name it. It's a family restaurant. It's delicious stuff. Big thanks to them helping bring the ball game here tonight. Jace Lohman in the shotgun position again with wideouts on each side. Hands it off. Schaefbauer's going to cut up right over the 45-yard line.
Schaefbauer.
And with 5:44 left, we see Mandan continue to use the double-headed monster of an offense here tonight with the wideouts on each side and Schaefbauer getting the work done up the middle of the gridiron.
Yeah, kind of the same as last series, but Minot was able to make an adjustment. Hopefully they figure that out here too. And, you know, second and short's never great, but you got to make an adjustment, and hopefully they can stop him.
Jace Lohman. Wideouts on each side again. Pistol formation again here for Mandan. Handoff right to Schaefbauer on his right side. He's going to cut over here to the left. And wrapped up there.
26, Schaefbauer.
From Schaefbauer. And the nice job defensively from Minot High's
Tackle
number
35 Czar.
That's Jack Czar that made the play.
The gain is to the
157 pound
First
senior.
down, Braves.
James will move for the Braves on the carry. First down, ball's marked at the 47-yard line on the Mandan side of the field. Lights are on, the sun's officially down. It's a breezy night here tonight in Mandan, but it's turning out to be a beautiful night for football. The American flag over behind the right end zone as we face and watch Mandan travel from the right to the left for the second half. Laying pretty limp now as this ball is going to be tossed out by Lohman. Sent over right at the 50-yard line. The reception was made. But a nice job defensively by Ashton Hillman on the defensive coverage, made the stop.
Tackle made by
nice job out there.
Eager.
Way to stay at home, not want to rush up and try and make the spectacular sack, but staying home, making the tackle.
I was interested to find out, knowing your prowess and how good you were on the high school football field, that in that quarterback position, you played on the defensive side of the ball as well, back in that safety position. We'll touch on that after this next play a little bit, but knowing the two-way player that some of these guys are, here's a break free and a run right up the middle. Ben Kleinknecht is going to move the chains again, and Mandan brings it into Minot High territory. Ball's going to be marked at the 40-yard line with under 3:49 left here in the second half.
The gain is to
I was lucky enough to
first down,
I had
Braves.
to beg Coach Cleve a little bit, play free safety, and you just kind of roamed around, and you got to see the field, and got to back as a defensive back. You kind of get a running start at everybody too, so it was. I had a blast doing it.
I heard through the grapevine that you used to light some people up back there, built pretty well. And like you just said, with a little bit of a lead on some of those guys, I'm sure there was some heads knocked around, handoff, and carried ahead forward from Kleinknecht, and he moves it forward, a 5-yard gain on the play. We're down to 3:13 left here in the third quarter of football. 5-point lead for Mandan at 19-14. Defense versus offense, which did you prefer? Obviously scoring touchdowns had to have been fun.
Well, I just love playing football. It was fun. Each had its. Playing football or playing quarterback was great. Playing defender when you got to light somebody up was pretty good too. So I enjoyed it both sides.
And on some pretty good football teams for that matter. Minot High in one of those appearances, state title game. Ball's going to roll out from Lohman. He throws it up to the 30-yard line where the first down marker is. Ball will be recepted, and they're going to mark it at the 29, though. They're going to say incomplete pass.
It's a good job by that quarter. That Lohman's been pretty impressive so far. That was a nice job of eluding the defenders and keeping the play alive. It's people don't realize necessarily how tough it is when you're bouncing around out there to complete the pass where exactly you want it to. But he's done a pretty good job so far.
Shotgun formation again, a wide out on each side here for Mandan. 3rd down and 4, balls on the 34-yard line in Minot High territory. Handoff back to Ben Kleinknecht. He busts right up the middle. He ran over the top of Eric Wentz, and he picks up the first down. The chains move again for the Braves.
Yeah, it's kind of one of the things. Chase Burke was there, and he just couldn't quite make that last half step. And looks like Mr. Wentz there wasn't in great position and kind of lost the leverage battle there a bit, but was able to make the tackle at least.
Mandan pressuring now with a 5-point lead. Play clock down to 14. Minot High, since their last state championship in 1980, has made 7 appearances in the state championship and the Dakota Bowl. You were a part of one of those teams. The last team to do that was in 2017. Loban's going to toss this one out onto the
Nice
left
play.
side of the field, and defensive coverage from Minot High's Ruziska
Loban's
at
pass
the 1
intended
yard
for
line
number
was
two, Phil
there.
Money.
As
Covering
Phil
for
Money
number
almost
22,
put one in the
Ruziska.
end zone off of a nice read there from the quarterback, Jace
And
Loban.
second and 10.
Yeah, that's one of those plays where now like the biggest debated pass interference call ever is like face guarding and everything, but Hunter did a great job there turning his head around at the last second to pick up where the ball is, made a play on it, and then obviously batted the ball away.
Shotgun formation again, 2:08 left here in this third quarter of football. 5-point lead for Mandan, it's 19-14. Loban hands off, Schaefbauer cuts to the right side. He's going to gallop his way over the 25-yard line, all the way down to near the 20. He's going to have a 5-yard gain on the play here for Mandan. Schaefbauer's been good from the backfield tonight.
Yeah, you do have to give credit to the line too. I know we've said Dutenheffer's name quite a bit, but there's been a few others. Number 54, Caleb McDonald, he's been downfield pushing guys around quite a bit too.
Shotgun formation again here for the Braves. They line up on the right hash. Ball marked at the 23-yard line. Him out of high territory. Schaefbauer took the handoff of the Magi defense like a swarm of hornets right on top of him. They make the stop. It brings up a fourth down.
That nose guard there, Turnbow or Hayden Tinker probably both got there at the same time, but if they can continue to get that type of deep penetration just with their interior linemen, that's going to open up their linebackers to fly around a little bit more and not have to shed blockers and make them their plays.
1 minute warning here in the third quarter. We're under a minute to play. As a 4th down and 6 with the ball on the 24-yard line. Mandan's going to continue to keep their foot on the gas pedal. They're going to go for it here. The special teams unit not on. Timeout called by the Braves, and maybe that's what we will do.
Timeout.
Having some special teams difficulties, having some technical difficulties on our broadcast tonight, so we're going to keep it here and thank our good friends at Premier Movement and Premier Chiropractic again. Big thank you to them. They brought you the halftime report here tonight. Stick around tonight for our post-game show. We'll have our player of the game announced, and we'll have the recap of the ball game here tonight. It's been a fun one, 19-14. We approach the fourth quarter now, and Mandan on top in this one by a 5-point margin here at Starry Sports Complex in Mandan. Better ball game than you expected tonight, about par for the course. Your thoughts on the contest tonight?
Oh, I think it's been a really good ball game. You know, first game of the year in the situation that we're in this year, the year that is 2020. I think both teams have, you know, they've had a few growing pains and stuff, but I think both teams have shown that they have the chance to be pretty athletic and fairly decent.
Here's the 4th down and 6 situation. Ball placed at the Minot High 24-yard line. Mandan trying to add to their 5-point lead under pressure. Tossed right through the middle. It's going to complete itself off to Drew Condon. And Condon picks up the football and runs it all the way down to the 2-yard line. In the red zone come the Braves. Ruziska made the play again. Deep in Minot High territory, but the Braves right there
Is to the Minot
trying to punch it in.
4-yard line, 1st and goal, Braves.
I've been impressed with the way that the quarterback for Mandan has worked under pressure. Chase Loman again rolls out, finds his target.
The guy's breathing right down his throat that time. Made a nice completion. Get him where they're at.
Wideouts on each side again. He's going to hand off to Schaefbauer. Schaefbauer is going to keep the foot on the gas pedal, falls right on the goal line. They're going to say that just didn't quite get in from up here. Looked pretty close. This is going to be 1st down and goal inside the Minot High 1-yard line.
Yeah, we'll see if those big guys down there on that interior line can.
And that is the end of the third quarter.
When the fourth quarter starts, see if they can make some changes and make a big stop.
5-point lead for Mandan as we enter the fourth quarter. 19-14 here on the PSP Network. Don't go anywhere. This will be a grand finale tonight in the opener of the 2020 season. This is North Dakota High School football here on the PSP Network. Technical difficulties here tonight. That's the way hardware works sometimes. We'll just forget about it, but my goodness. Thanks again for joining us tonight here in Mandan for the ball game. We enter the fourth quarter, 12 minutes left. Mandan on top, 19-14. Alongside of the 2000 Gatorade Player of the Year, Phil Shirk. I'm Nick Holberg here for the call on the PSP Network. PSP Network will be delivering 150 broadcasts from around the Magic City, including Minot High Athletics this year on the PSP Network. Make sure to head to the PSP Network and give us a like and a follow on Facebook to stay up to date. Same thing on Twitter at Network PSP. Mandan, second down and 1 on the Minot High 1 yard line. Trying to add to their 5-point lead. Schaefbauer on the handoff. He's going to run it right through up the middle, and Mandan has now made it a 2-score ball game. Schaefbauer's second touchdown of the night.
By number 26, Schaefbauer.
And into the fourth quarter we go.
Touchdown.
And it's a 25-14 ball game.
And the Braves will go for.
Yeah, another good job there by their line, just getting that initial surge and
Number 91,
able to keep their
Wagner, is
momentum
into
enough to
the
get them in the end zone.
The kick is up on the extra point attempt. That one barely snuck through.
And the kick is
That
good.
was kind of like the limbo, but on the
Score,
opposite side.
Mandan,
Kick was good.
26.
26-14. Mandan is on top.
14.
We'll keep it here on the PSP Network and give a big special thank you once again to our friends at Planet
And with
Pizza,
that
Don
touchdown,
Bissett Motors,
BNC
Clean
National
Tech,
Bank will make another
28 Tastes and Taps,
$50
First
donation
Western Bank and
to
Trust,
Mandan High School
Premier
Football
Chiropractic,
Booster
Premier
Program.
Movement, Shields, Minot's Finest Collision Center, 701 Realty, North Country Sportswear, Arbo Photography, First International Bank and Trust, and Tires Plus. We've got a 26-14 ball game as Schaefbauer scores his second touchdown of the contest. That one from just about a yard out. And Mandan's in the driver's seat with a 26-14 score with under 12 to play. For Minot High, the game plan and the conversation in the huddle right now with Chauncey Hendershot and his special teams unit.
Yeah, I think special teams, you just want your guys to, keep the ball safe. What they've been having, those little kind of pooch kicks, remind everybody that they got to get on the ball once it goes 10 yards. And, let's get back to playing offense. And hopefully by this time you're not necessarily, freaking out yet, but you're going to, we need to make a few first downs, play the field position battle at least, if not go down and score.
Ball's going to be kicked all the way down to the Minot High 15-yard line. It rolls out of bounds over by Hunter Ruziska. Flag on the play here with under 12 to go. Is that?
Yeah, well, just whenever the ball rolls out of bounds on a kickoff, that's considered cheating. So
that's where she goes.
Yeah,
okay.
They'll, I believe it goes to the 35.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Ball's placed at the 35-yard line.
Literature is free
First
kick
down.
out of bounds.
With that
11:57
Starion Bank
left here
will
in
be
this fourth
donating
quarter.
$25 to the Mandan High School Athletic Department.
Minot High comes back out with Emke under center. Junior quarterback here tonight for the Magi has done a nice job quarterbacking this magician offense here tonight. The wideout on the right side. Burke in the backfield. Ruziska back there as well. Man in motion, that's Ring. Fake the handoff to him. Now Burke cuts through the middle all the way up to the
Ball carried by number 21, Burke.
37-yard line. It's going to bring up a second down and 6 to go here for Minot High as they try to push up the field.
Tackle made by number 62.
There's that
Dudenheffer.
That Dudenheffer name again. I mean, that kid's big, strong, and
Gain
pretty
of 4,
darn
second
quick,
and
too,
6.
out there. He's a good-looking football player.
Stands like a giant. He's got the black Nike cleats on with the black socks on the bottom. He looks like a mean kid, doesn't he? That black and white uniform is kind of a scary-looking outfit to begin with.
Yeah.
Especially when you're 6'3", 270, breathing right down the neck of that offensive line. Pitch out to Burke. He's going to be wrapped up, and guess who? Dudenheffer right on top of him again. And that time, a carry for a loss for the Magi, starting running back Chase Burke.
Yeah, Dudenheffer and half of his teammates were there to greet him.
Loss of 4 on the play brings up a 3rd and 10.
Hopefully Magi can find something to kind of, like I said here, you're not panicking yet, but at this point you want to get at least the field position battle down, so you want to get a couple first downs here.
It's going to be a 3rd down and 10 situation. Ball back on the 35-yard line. Minot High down to 5 seconds on the play clock. Shotgun formation again. This time they get it off. Emke needs to deliver away. He's going to toss it right across the middle. Picked up by Tegan Kitchen. And Kitchen runs it all the way up. Picks up 9 on the play.
We have a flag too. Might have been get a little extra yardage for Minot here.
10:21 left here in this ball game. 26-14. Here comes the call.
Roughing the passer. Defense number 62. 15-yard penalty is added to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
So the call was on Dutenheffer. He's charged with a 15-yard penalty, and Minot High gets the break there. The chains move, and Minot High now in striking distance here on the 1st and 10 situation as they cross all the way over the 50-yard line, all the way up to the 42.
42-yard line.
Under center again, Emke. 2 in the backfield, 2 on the left side as wideouts. This is Ruziska that is going to cut back to the right. He's gobbled up and take it to the ground. That's going to bring up a 2nd down here for the Magi.
That defensive line over there, and that linebacker coming up from Mandan there. Number 15 for them has been doing a pretty good job this series. Aaron Grubb filling up that outside up there.
Minot High in the huddle in their white uniforms here tonight. Maroon helmets and pants. Vegas gold trim. There's going to be a timeout called here by the Magi as Chauncey Hendershot comes out to have a conversation with his team. With under 10 minutes left, 9:41 to play. It's 26-14. Mandan's on top of Minot High here tonight to this West Region matchup. Don't forget, you can get COVID-19 deep cleaning services for your home or business with CleanTech LLC. This proactive deep cleaning service includes disinfecting and sanitizing. Don't forget about CleanTech's 24/7 disaster response and restoration services. Visit them online at cleantechllc.us. CleanTech coming to the rescue since 1992. Also like to thank our friends at Tires Plus. PSP Network relies on Tires Plus to get us to the games. We all have busy schedules, so a 15-minute drive through oil change is a game changer in my mind. If you're on the go, have your vehicle serviced at Tires Plus. You'll leave with a smile. The service is second to none. Visit Tires Plus online at www.TiresPlusND.com. Emke rolls back, tosses it across the middle. How about that hit? Oh my goodness. Dutenheffer absolutely lays out the magicians. Tegan Kitchen, that was a big boy hit. And as soon as Dutenheffer hit him, he stood up almost like the Jared Allen, like he roped and made a motion. And Dutenheffer over the Mandan student section, raises the roof. He's showing his power here in the West Region.
Yeah, I guess you can get kind of excited if you make a play like that, like flying around at 270 pounds. So that was a pretty athletic play there for the big guy.
5'8", 145 for Tegan Kitchen. When you look at Dutenheffer, that's just not even fair, is it, Phil? Look at that, my goodness. Emke's going to toss this one downfield. Had Ruziska on the line, but too far in front of him. And the 3rd down is going to be incomplete on the Hail Mary pass. Brings up a 4th down and 8.
Yeah, that's one you might want to have back there a little bit with the guys getting behind the defenders. You know, as your first game at quarterback, you see guys coming at you. Maybe you get a little bit happy feet and kind of want to get rid of the ball instead of stepping up into the throw there. But I think that'll come for him.
For Minot, number 22, Ruzicka.
Hunter Ruziska's back to punt here for the Magi. Phil Money, I believe, is back.
Mandan, number 2, Phil Money.
It is Phil Money back to retrieve here for the Mandan Braves. Under 9 to play here in the 4th quarter, and Ruziska does his job again. Sends that one down, goes off of Phil Money. There's a loose ball on the play. Who's going to come up with it, white or black? We'll wait for the official call. Mandan with the football, but that was a situation there where Ruziska put it up. Phil Money had it, he lost it. Minot High's bullets were on it, but they were unable to retain the football. So Mandan has the ball back, tucked in their own territory.
Yeah, like we kind of talked about earlier, though, Minot was able to gain some yardage. Now they put Mandan deep in their end zone. Hopefully they get a stop here, get the ball back on a punt, and then they can let their offense go at it again.
8:43 left here in the ball game. 26-14, Mandan's on top. Pistol formation again here for the Braves. A wide out on each side as well. The handoff right up the middle. It's stuffed there on the opportunity when it was carried by Olin Halstengard.
Tackle made by 79.
No gain on the play. Might have been a loss of the play. Minot High doing a nice job defensively here with 8.5 left in the ball game.
Yeah, good job that Beckett-all in the interior line there.
Loss of 2, second
good job
and 12.
of stuffing that play before it started.
Mandan last year finished in the West region at 5-2. Got all the way to the semifinals where they lost to Century 27-21. 7-4 overall for a record back in 2019. This is a team that, again, is in the conversation as the ball is carried and moved ahead forward by Olstengard. Third down now for the Braves. Third down at 6 to go. Bismarck Century, the team that has the talks of being the team to beat the defending state champions. High's always good. You never know what you're going to get out of Williston, but they seem to compete.
Yeah, and this year too, you know, with everything else going on, it's gonna. I think no matter what, it's going to be an interesting year. But on paper, Century does look pretty tough. But you know, there's a few teams out there that, you know, should be probably in the running.
Loman's going to toss this one downfield. He tosses it. Jace Loman threw that one to Tyler Thilmony, who was trying to track it down. That was about a 30-yard toss. Thilmony had it in his hands. He bumbled it, and he dropped it. It's going to bring up a fourth down here for Mandan, and they're way back in their territory. So Minot High will have Ruziska back to catch the punt.
Good job by the defense there, the Magi. They definitely did their job. 3 and out, deep in their end, deep in the opposing team's field.
For Minot, number 22, Ruzika.
Interesting formation here.
Punter's going to put a boot on it, and down it goes there from Jacob Pierce. It's going to bounce at the 50-yard line, takes a Minot High hop back the direction of Mandan. And Minot High goes back to the offense with 7:13 left in the ball game. 26-14, Mandan on top. And the Magi have time left in the ball game. As a coach, how do you approach this situation, Phil? You're down to under 10 to play here in the fourth quarter. 2 scores, you're down. Is there an approach that you take in this situation?
I think.
Minot High. It's their first warning of the game. Result of the play is first down after the punt.
Holding here to here. Was that a sideline warning? Is that what they said?
I did not catch what that was. I apologize as well.
Huh. Well, anyway, with over 7 minutes left, again, you're not quite in panic mode, but this time you got to get a couple more, and your goal is to get some points here on this possession.
Emke's under center. He's going to fake the handoff. Off to Burke. Rolls out to the right side. Tosses it down the field. Handled there by Eric Wentz. And Wentz is going to pick up the first down. And actually, absolutely what you just said. Emke rolls out, makes the play. And Minot High moves the chains.
That's the old counter boot right there. Back in the day, old school football there. Good job by Emke rolling out on the run, putting it right in his receiver's hands. Moving the chains.
Well, there's one thing for sure. I think Minot High fans can rest easy tonight knowing that the quarterback position for Minot High, there's 2 that can certainly play for him, and that's what Chauncey Hendershot said yesterday between Caleb Ring and Emke. But Emke seems to be a competitor here that has taken this game in stride and not really looked back at all. The run right up the middle from Burke. Didn't get much on that one, maybe a yard on the play. Brings up a second down. Fair to make that analysis here today that Emke is going to be a player that is one to watch for?
Yeah, I think so. The way they've been using Caleb Rang, it seems like he's going to be more of like a utility position or utility player, kind of going out as the X and running the jet sweep and stuff. But Emke's been pretty solid. I think with Minot, their focal point is going to be their rushing anyway, so it kind of helps a quarterback to get his legs under him. But he looks pretty good.
Emke's under center. In motion goes Ring. He gets the football. He fumbled it. Ball comes loose all the way back up to the 45-yard line. And Caleb Ring is going to recover the football, but a huge loss there for the Magi. Briggs up a third down, and this is going to be a long
recovered the fumble.
20, third down and 20 here for the Magi as the ball spotted right at the 45-yard line.
It's a tough play to run that jet sweep over to Jackson Dutenheffer's side. He just kind of put his big bear paw out there and caused a fumble. The Magi were at least lucky enough to jump on the ball.
2 wideouts on the left side, 1 on the right side for the Magi with Burke in the backfield. Emke's going to fall back to pass, bombs it down the field. Look out, that into open coverage.
Oof.
And it went right through the hands of a defender there for Mandan. That was Trey Teets playing the corner position, and he almost intercepted that football. Surprised he didn't. And that brings up a 4th down. Ruziska will come back out to punt it away here for the Magi.
Brings up a 4th.
Yeah, I think that's one of those balls that he would probably not throw again right there.
5:37 left here in this 4th quarter. 26-14, Braves on top. Thanks for joining us here tonight on the PSP Network for North Dakota High School football. Minot High and Mandan will have every Minot High game this entire year here on the PSP Network. Minot High volleyball as well. They open next week. We'll have a broadcast there. Visit pspnetwork.com for more information. Ruziska launches this one down. It's going to take a Mandan bounce back from the 25-yard line up to the 30. It was fallen on by the Magicians and touched there by Talon Hebert. So Mandan brings their offense back out with 5.5 to play here in the 4th quarter. They're up by 2 scores at 26-14, and they'll start at their own 30-yard line with this possession.
Yeah, I think if you're Mandan right here, you're starting to grind out the clock a little bit, run the ball a little more, just use those big linemen.
Jace Loman, shotgun formation again, a wideout on the left and the right from the left hash. Ball's going to be handed off in the backfield. How about the break free there and carrying the football all the way up? Brendan Hust, I believe. Is it 34 on the carry or 43? My apologies. It was 43, and that's Dakota Sweeney. Nice run from Sweeney. We haven't heard from him a whole lot here tonight, but when we have, he's made a difference in the ball game. Moves the chains and carries the football all the way up to the 42-yard line here for the Braves, who work with 5:10 remaining now here in the ball game. Shotgun formation again, a wideout way over here on the right side. On the left hash, Mandan sets it up. Play clock down to 8. Handoff again. Sweeney gets the call to carry again. He's up with a 5-yard gain on the play.
43, Sweeney.
And Sweeney doing a nice job running downhill here for Mandan.
Again, good surge by their lineman right there, but the Sweeney's sure pretty quick out there too. He gets to that hole right away.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
Hopefully Minot can make some adjustments with those not getting any more 5-yard gains right away.
4.5 to play here in the ball game. Still time for the Magi left. Time for Phil to start making a decision if there's going to be a post-game meal for he and I before we head back to the Magic City tonight or not. Here's the handoff. It's a fake handoff and rolling out. Jace Loman brings it all the way up to the 45-yard line, then taken out of bounds at the 42. And the defensive stop was there from Eric Wentz. Quarterback keeper brought the chains forward again, and it's a 1st down and 10 Mandan.
Yeah, that's just something that'll hopefully come with experience there. Ethan Johnson has made a lot of great plays tonight, been real aggressive. That time Mandan kind of caught him being a little bit too aggressive. I don't know if that was designed or if that's a read for Loman, but he saw Johnson crashing instead of staying at home and was able to get quite a few yards there for a 1st down.
Shotgun formation, that's where we've seen Loman and the Braves for the majority of the night. Here's the handoff right up the middle. There goes Sweeney again, and Sweeney has got a carry and a gain of about 7 on the play. Brings up a 2nd down and 3 to go here for Mandan. 8-yard carry, make it
9.
Well, they're going to call it a 9-yard, so 2nd down and 1. 3:48 left here in this ball game. Certain point here for Minot High. This defensive stop is going to be an absolute must. They're about there now. Shotgun again. Handoff again. Dakota Sweeney's going to roll out to the left side. Sweeney breaks away from a tackle. Then he's wrapped up. Hunter Ziska takes him out of bounds. And there'll be a loss on the play as Sweeney was pushed out of bounds there by Hunter Ziska. A nice play from Minot High's Ziska.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Nick, right now is about the time where you kind of, you know, you got to get out of here with, if they kick a field goal at this point, I think you're okay with it. But other than that, like, Minot's got to make a stop here.
First down and 10, ball in the 31-yard line. In Minot High territory, Mandan pressuring, trying to add to their 26-14 lead with under 3.5 to play in the ballgame. Handoff, that's Sweeney again, right up the gut. And the carry ahead forward, my apologies, it wasn't, it was 39 instead. And that's Jacob Masseth that carries the ball forward almost to the first down marker.
Ball carried by number 39, Jacob Masseth. Tackle made by 14, Wentz. Gain of 11.
They're going to mark the football and saying that is good enough to move the chains. First down, Mandan. .307 clicks away here on the clock. Starion Sports Complex here in Mandan, just a beautiful facility for high school athletics. Rolling out, this time Sweeney, he's wrapped up. Now he's going to be gobbled up again in the backfield.
Ball carried by number 43, Sweeney.
Picks up 3 on the play, and it's going to be a second down.
Yeah, real good job by him there, running tough, kind of, again, maybe a couple arm tackles, but kept his feet going and was able to get some positive yards after being hit in the backfield.
2nd and 7.
26-14, Mandan on top. Week number 1 of the season. Minot High knew that they were going to have some challenges this year. They lost 27 players last year to graduation, including their quarterback and leading rusher and Peyton Fillion. Here's the handoff to Sweeney again. He's going to work his way over the 15-yard line. And Sweeney picks up another nice gain all the way down to just about the 10. And Dakota Sweeney brings the football within 2 yards of a first down on the third down situation.
Tackle made by number 16, Hillman.
Well, the rebuilding process is on for Minot High under new direction here in 2020. After the tenure of Barry Holman came to an end, and plenty of respect there for Barry with what he did for the Badge High. Chauncey Hendershot with his first game as a head coach. Chauncey played quarterback and a quarterback at Bishop Ryan on to Minot State. Consensus around the community is that Chauncey's the guy for the job and should do a pretty good job. Your relationship with Chauncey over the years, one that you would say is a positive one?
Oh yeah, I had a chance back when I was coaching for Minot High, worked with Chauncey. He's a great positive role model for these kids and has a very good football mind, and I think he'll be very good for the program, and I think that, you know, it'll get back to the right direction here, and it's just first game of the year. Everybody's got to remember that, and it's going to be fun to watch though.
Minot High went off in that second quarter with back-to-back touchdowns. It was Emke to Ruziska and Emke to Kinchin on the passing plays that had Minot in the end zone for their 2 scores here in the ballgame. Saw some bursts of that offense. We've seen some good things out of Minot High here tonight. We're down to 2:04 to play in the ballgame. 26-14 the score. Mandan with possession, wide open and tossed right through the middle. Uncovered and all the way back to the end zone. That one completed up to Anthony Johnson. And Johnson might put the finishing touches on week number 1 here for Mandan.
Yeah, that was back in my day. We just called that the ISO pop pass, where you pull it out and hit your tight end quick over the middle. It looked like one of the outside backers came up and was filling on the running back coming through, but that tight end snuck in, and it was a nice play.
Extra point is up. Looks good from here. The arms go in the air, and it's good. 32-14. 33 make it to 14. Mandan on top. And with 2:01 left in the ball game, Mandan looks to move to 1-0 to start the year. Minot High 0-1 here with the opening matchup of the 2020 season. What do you look to get out of this next 2 minutes and a second if you're Minot High at this point in the ball game?
Well, I tell you what, if you can come back and score here, or at least get that, that's huge for your, just coming back, coming positive off of that. If they can get a score in it, there's been weirder things that have happened to kind of make this a real true football game again. And I'd like to see maybe they let Emke loose a little bit more, let him make some throws, and see if he can get some positives out of this. But you just got to keep the kids going and hopefully get something out of this and not end it on a sour note. You never want to do that.
For Mandan, what do you think they're taking to the huddle here with the last 2 minutes?
They're going to make it. They're going to make a stop. They want 3 and out, and they want to get in that victory formation.
Here's the kick. It's going to roll all the way back to Ruziska, and it rolls out of bounds, so the penalty on the play. They come up to the 35-yard line, and that's where they'll start from there.
That's right.
2:01 on the clock as well. Again, a big thank you to our good friends at Tires Plus. All brands under one roof, guaranteed lowest prices. Again, service after the sale.
Kicking team. The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
Service after the sale at Tires Plus. It's where we have the service done for the PSP Network vehicles. They really do a great job. TiresPlusND.com. Buying tires. Shop Tires Plus, guaranteed lowest price. 33-14, Mandan's on top of Minot High. Here's the rollout. It goes from Emke on to Burke, and Burke is going to carry it up. No gain on the play, and Burke is wrapped up. We're under 2 minutes left here in the ball game. Second down and 10 here for Minot High.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Stick around for our post-game show here tonight. Phil and I will have the wrap-up of the ball game and the breakdown. Talk about the next matchup for the Magi when they take on Jamestown in week number 2. We'll have coverage for you on the PSP Network, and don't forget to tune in Wednesday nights for the Coaches Show. Minot High inside Magi football with Chauncey Hendershot, presented by Shields. Emke rolls out to the right side, throws it over towards the Minot High sideline. Intended receiver over there for the Magi, I believe was number 16 for Minot High, but out of bounds it went.
Pass intended for number 6.
Make it 6 instead,
Sierra.
Dylan Sierra.
Covering for Mandan, number 41, Johnson.
Tell them getting older, the further away they get, the harder it is to see.
That, and with the nighttime, it's a double-edged sword there.
Need to eat more carrots, maybe, is the thing.
Does that still work?
I don't know.
At my age, I don't know.
1:17 left here in the ballgame. 33-14, Mandan's on top. Shotgun formation for the Magi. Wide out on the right side, 2 on the left.
Delay a game again.
And Minot High can't get the snap off in time. How much of that do you think will be a focus in practice?
I believe they will probably address that, like coming to the line with a little bit more urgency, I think I would bet that would be addressed at least once or twice.
Young quarterback, do you expect some of that stuff, Phil?
Maybe a little bit, yeah, kind of. When it's time, you see, especially here, they have the clock real good. You can see it. You got to get the guys going a little bit.
Emke falls back to pass, throws it over to the right side, intended for Ring.
Emke's
Didn't
pass
quite
intended
get
for
there.
number 10, Ring.
And it brings up a
Cover
third
for
down
Mandan, number
situation,
24,
make it a fourth
Jablonski.
down situation. 15 to go
Brings
here
up
for the
a
Magi. They're going to have to boot
4th
this one
and
away.
15.
I'd ask you this. I know they're high school athletes, but when you look at Emke and you played the position as good, if not better, than everybody at Minot High, there's a few in the conversation, LG and a handful of others that done a great job from the quarterback position. But State of North Dakota voted that you, at that time in 2001, were a guy that was the best in the state at that time. Your A to F rating on Emke here tonight, or are you satisfied with what you see out of the Minot High quarterback? Where would you put him?
Well, you got to remember he's a undergraduate, like junior. It's his first game out here. There's been several plays where he looks pretty good. Like he's, throwing the ball right on the run. And there's been other times where it kind of looks like he just hasn't quite got used to big guys running at him, like the varsity level guys. And, You know, I think he has a lot of positives, though. There's a lot of good stuff that they can build from. They'll watch the tape, pick apart what he's doing when he's making throws correctly, and then kind of watching his footwork and all that stuff when he's not as accurate there. So I think there's a lot of positives they can take from this.
First down and 10 for Mandan. The handoff comes back to Sweeney again. He's going to roll out to the right side, make that
number 3,
Klein connect instead. My apologies. And we'll see victory formation coming up here shortly for Mandan with under a minute to play here in the ball game.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
Game clock at 46. Play clock here on the second down at 20 seconds. Mandan takes their time, and the fans that are here tonight for Mandan are certainly happy with the performance of the hometown ball team here tonight. Handoff, and there's a fumble on the play and recovered off of the snap, and it comes back into the possession of Mandan. Mandan's number 4.
It's that Isaac Kittle out there, it looks
The
like.
snap is bubbled and covered up by Huddle.
Final 7 seconds, count them down, kids. We're at 6-5, now 4, 3, 2, and here's the horn tonight. Mandan gets the win in week number 1, 33-14 over the Magi from Minot High tonight.
With the Braves, Mandan
Due to our
33,
technical difficulties, we're just going to hop right into our post-game show here tonight. Powered by Pro Style Production, DJ Services. Nick Colberg and Phil Sherrick here at the Staria Sports Complex here in Mandan.
September 4.
No handshake tonight. Both teams are going to line up and salute each other with a tip of the helmet and a salute across the field. Social distancing at full force here tonight. No handshakes will be had. Such an eerie feeling when you look at the difference from 19 to 20, but we're doing what we do to make sure we can play the game. And we played it tonight. Mandan ended up with a 33-14 win. And the Braves are going to run over to their student section and celebrate with their friends and schoolmates here tonight. Phil, your thoughts on this ball game before we break down the scoring recap of the contest tonight. Overall, top to bottom, a great ball game on hand here tonight. We saw some goods from both teams and some to be expected in game number 1.
Yeah, you know, Mandan came out really tough. They looked like they were really excited, really ready to get going. Minot did a great job of answering back, though. There's a lot of times, especially with these high school kids, you know, when people get down, they tend to kind of really get down. But Minot did a great job of making adjustments, you know, finishing plays better and just, you know, punching them back and making it a game. And then obviously towards the end there, Mandan just made a couple more plays. And, you know, the Minot's line did really good at times, but I think Mandan's line was a little bit better for the most part of the game. And people don't realize how important those linemen are.
The difference maker in the ball game, without a doubt. Here's the scoring line in the recap. In the first quarter, 5:49 left. It was Mandan that got on the board first here tonight with the run from Schaefbauer. Garrett Schaefbauer put his first touchdown into the end zone on the 2020 campaign. It ended 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Mandan in charge. They then went ahead 13-0 on the 1.5-yard run from Olin Halstengard. That was at 9:56 remaining in the first half. And Mandan led 13-0. That's where we talk about what you just mentioned, where Minot High had some flashes of brilliance. 7-minute mark, it was Emke that found Kinshid. Minot High was back within a score. And then a few moments later, it was Emke to Ruziska with 1:31 left in the first half of football. And Minot High had the 14-13 lead. But marching down the field in that last 90 seconds, Mandan found a way to connect with Teets coming from Lohman, and it was a 19-14 contest at the break. Then at the end of the ball game, Schaefbauer scores again, and so does Anthony Johnson, and that's how we get to 33-14. Minot High will move on to play Jamestown next week for week number 2. Biggest focus in your mind for Minot High moving forward this week of practice, moving ahead, what would that be in your mind?
Well, I think on the defensive side, you got to, you know, finish your tackles, like kind of mentioned a little bit. These running backs are big and strong now, and they're going to run through the arm tackles. We got to finish those at. On the offensive side, just kind of playing with a little bit more urgency, like getting up to the line, hustling, getting right to where you're supposed to be, which is kind of a first game thing where sometimes nowadays it's not the old like 34 power. It's you got quite a bit of verbiage going on, so you kind of have to learn where to go, line up correctly for the play, work on that a bit, and just iron out the details. The biggest thing this year, though, is just be excited about playing again and just thankful that you get to play. Like, I hope these guys appreciate it, just like us old guys, when it's done, you kind of realize, but hopefully they get to keep playing and can continue to get better and continue to work on it and grow as a team and, hopefully get to be the best team they can be.
For Mandan, when you look at what they did here tonight, they put up 33 on Minot High. They only give up 14. They had some flashes of brilliance. Shane Bauer scores a couple touchdowns. Their quarterback played well. The big man in the middle, Newton Heffer, he's obviously a stud. Your thoughts on their performance and where they go from here tonight? Do you think we see them down the road as a team that could be in contention for a West title this year?
Yeah, they could very easily be at least a top 3 team in the West. I think, you talk about Century, obviously, and Bismarck High, and Mandan might be right on nipping on their heels, if not, chasing after Century there. They look offensively, they have quite a few weapons there that they can throw at you. 2 real good running backs are a little shifty and quick, and I was pretty impressed with their quarterback as well with some of the throws that he made. At the end here, that Phil Money just couldn't quite reel the one in and bounced off his hands and stuff, but he made quite a bit of throws, and they got a pretty well-rounded attack, and their line is, if they can continue to push guys around like that, they'll be a pretty tough team to beat.
33-14 is the final tonight. Minot High falls to 1-1. Mandan moves to 1-0 to start the 2020 campaign. Due to some technical difficulties here tonight, that's going to end our show. We sure appreciate you folks for stopping in here on the PSP Network. Make sure to head to the Facebook page, give us a like and a follow to stay up to date with all the Minot High athletics. We'll have 100-plus games on the air this year on the PSP Network. Back at it next week with high school volleyball from the Minot High Gymnasium, and then more high school football when Minot High takes on Jamestown a week from tonight. Phil, your final thoughts, your closing here tonight. Did you have a good time on the broadcast?
Oh, it was a great time. I tell you what, you just appreciate being outside. The fact that these kids got to play, I'm really excited for them. I'm happy for them. It was, it's been up in limbo, so it's just a great starting point throughout the year. Hopefully these kids can build on it and, like I said, grow as a team and do the best they can.
Can't agree with you more. I sure appreciate your time tonight. Fantastic getting to work with you, and I look forward to some more games down the road with you.
All right.
For Phil Shurik, I'm Nick Holberg, and all of our fine sponsors that help make this possible, for you, the fans, for listening tonight, we're done until next week. We'll be back with high school volleyball on the PSP Network. Until then, please have a good night, and God bless.